afterwards, but for
Evening and welcome to the Hunger. Sorry, guys. I think we're mid-talking now, Mike. How are we all doing? It's Tuesday evening. We are here to play episode 4 of the Hunger. We have one less member today, but that we won't go into that. But we are moving forward with 4 of us. And yeah, we've got a few announcements. We've got Everlorn on Thursday, which is going to be a special. Is it a one-shot?
It is, yeah. So we missed our game last week. I had some personal things come up, but we were going to do a special one shot with Jeff playing, joining us at the table, and that didn't happen last week. So we're redoing it. Kyle will be back with the game, but Jeff's still going to join us, and we are going to run that special in-game one shot. So. Not our main storyline, but it'll all add in. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. We've also got a few new merch items. I believe Roxy has added sweatpants and crop tops and all sorts. So,
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, the merch is looking really cool now. So
my beanie's in there. That's all I care about. I got my beanie finally.
Yeah, Bo's gonna order a crop top as well. I think.
Yeah, don't worry, Mike. You're going to see a couple of us in Nerdz crop tops for sure.
I'm a little offended I wasn't invited, to be honest with you.
Hey, mate, everybody's invited.
Yes.
Right. Back to the Hunger. With the bodies of the Dresden soldiers cooling in the dirt behind them, the party stood on the hill overlooking Tralask. A plan was formed to find an orphan and fulfill the grim bargain with Gwendir. At the city gates, the guards allowed entry only to those competing in the Sylvian Games. With gold and opportunity on the line, the party complied, handing over their weapons as required. But Tralask had rules, especially for elves. Lorne, Nahta'nos, and Corvin were swiftly separated and led into the undercroft of the arena, while Cobbler and Leoric remained free to explore the city. Tensions flared in the Undercroft, old wounds reopened as Corvin accused Nahta'nos of being a kin killer, an elf once used to hunt his own. Lorne, silent and cold, sharpened a piece of scrap into a shiv, preparing for the worst. Above, Cobbler and Leoric navigated the city streets. Comforted by its familiar sprawl, asking around they discovered whispers of war orphans. As the games began, they placed a cheeky bet before joining the crowd to watch the first round. The elves fought fiercely and won. Leoric and Cobbler, winnings in hand, withdrew them from further fight, seeking to spare them injury and resume the true mission. Their search led to a quiet church where they met Father Gabe. He directed them to 2 children living in squalor, a girl named Saria and her mute brother Edwin. Cobbler found them huddled in a makeshift shelter and convinced them to come quietly. But temptation lingered. Outside, Lorne spotted a baby left on a windowsill, unattended but for the fading light. He stared, conflicted, easy prey, but a hard escape, and in the end he chose restraint. That night, as the party camped out in the church, Corvin stood watch. The shadows grew thick, and from the darkness came a soft, cold, familiar voice.
Well done. Bring me the girl, leave the boy.
The clock keeps ticking. 4 days remain. When you wake in the church, not all is as seems. There is a figure led on the floor by the door, and a familiar face, the young girl, sobbing on top of her. How would you like to proceed?
Saria.
She's just crying. She's sobbing. She's got her head on this figure.
What's the matter? How are you doing? What's wrong?
As you walk over, you see that she is led on top of the body of Father Gabe.
Now, she's hearing impaired, correct?
No, her brother's hearing impaired.
The brother is. Yeah.
Father Gabe's the brother?
No, he's the priest that told us about the kids.
Oh.
Am I? Was there somebody else on watch, or was I the last watch?
You were the last one. You were the
was
last one. There was probably a brief moment when you were sort of drifted off.
Okay.
You got what now? What's going on?
The priest. The priest needs you.
Oh, jeez. All right. I kind of scramble over. I don't even get upright. I just kind of combat crawl it over there from where I was sleeping in the corner. Quick check to see if the body's cold, if he's actively bleeding, that's breathing at all.
With your passive perception, you can see that he's lying in a pool of blood and his throat has been slit.
Right, that's gonna take a lot of bandages.
He tried to take me. But Father Gabe fought him off.
Ew.
The elf.
I look around to see if all of our elves are in attendance or not.
As you look around, there's one face that's missing. Nahta'nos is gone.
Lorne quickly makes his way over to the doorway and opens it up about an inch and peeks outside.
Okay.
And I turn to the rest of the party and I just say very stoically, "We have to go." What do I see outside?
Oh, sorry.
Not a
there's no posse. Unless you're looking for something in particular, the life is normal outside the door.
I'm looking for an angry mob with wagons turned over and crossbows and shit waiting for us to come out.
As you look out the door, life in the streets is pretty normal.
All right. I shut the door again quietly and I turn to you guys again. We have to go.
Are there like lit candles, candelabra things anywhere in here? Like what's?
Father Gabe put them all out before you.
So it's
went to your night.
Pitch black in here right now.
Pitch black, yeah. Well, there's lights. There's a few windows that are casting light through. It's the morning.
Yeah, but there's nothing lit in the room.
No, there's nothing lit.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go over to where some of those candles are and grab a few and just stick them in my pack.
Okay.
Corvin is fuming right now. Like it's not like sensible. It's more just like fucking we'll need these and
roll me a d6, please.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm knocking shit over.
Is it Rocco from Boondock Saints?
100%. Which is why I get one candle. Because I break a bunch of them. We gotta fucking go!
Go, man! He gets one candle, one left stew, a cooking pot, and then like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing CDs and a clothes iron and a
what
toaster.
What do you do with a toaster, dude? Yeah.
I'm going to do a brief, quick pat down of the Reverend here. To primarily, I'm looking to see if he's got anything on him that might help save himself. Not getting a clear message from anybody if this happened like a minute ago or an hour ago.
Okay, can you do me
would I have seen anything? I mean, I was on watch. What was
you were on watch? But it went extremely dark, didn't it? As Gwendir came into the flames. Remember the light came in on the room, and it was just you and the flames.
Yeah.
Can you roll me an investigation check, please, Cobbler, to investigate the body of Father Gabe?
2.
A 2. He's wearing his usual gown. With your passive perception, you can see that he's just wearing his shoes, his normal trousers and clothes.
Right.
Nothing in his pockets or.
I see this happening. The candles or the candle and the toaster and the robes and the searching. And Lorne, like, his posture changes and he stands up very, very straight and says, I'll meet you at the gate. You have until the next bell, or I'm going. And I would like to open up the door and slide out and shut the door behind me.
Absolutely. As you walk outside, you can see that the streets are starting to get busy. It's early morning. You know, the market stalls are getting set up. You are just off of the central courtyard, and, you know, people are going about their business.
Both the kids are here?
So Edwin is next to Saria. He doesn't very much leave her side. And she is with Father Gabe.
I'm going to walk over, like jog over, and kneel down in front of them, and I'm going to look at her and be like, I need you to tell him that we need to leave right now. I'm going to pick him up, and we are going to go. Do you understand?
She nods her head, turns to Edwin and signs. He
and I
looks
look
scared.
at him and
visibly
like
scared,
nod at him like you get it?
And he just
okay.
He's on board,
And
scared,
then,
petrified, but you know.
Pick him up, kind of like guide one of his arms around my neck, and turn to the rest of you, and I'm like, we need to leave. And I point to Cobbler and Leoric. We have to get Lorne, and you guys need to lead the way. We have to make this look as natural as possible. And I'm like shaking.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, the natural beheading almost is gonna look natural.
Well, I think he means more like that it was a random robbery or something and not something tied to us directly. Let's go. Yeah, gather up your stuff. Everybody get your things and let's get out of here.
Saria and Edwin are very much just... Saria's holding on to Corvin's leg, just sort of hugging him. And Edwin's sort of hanging on like Yoda on your back.
yeah, I got one hand on him and one hand on her.
Yeah.
I know he said that they leave the doors unlocked on the thing, but is there a lock on the front door?
Only internally, like a barricade that you can put down, like slot in. Yeah, like you could put a piece of wood in some slots, and it would lock it. You can't really do it from the outside, but you can do it from the inside.
Yeah, never mind then. I was hoping maybe there was a key on the inside we could take with us and lock it behind us as we leave, just to delay things. But
nothing as fancy as a key.
Yeah,
there.
That's fine. Right. Yeah, gather up, just grab up all our what few belongings we have, and make not hasty, but make a direct line for the gate that we came in, so we can gather our stuff.
So as you walk out in the courtyard, Lorne, where are you? Are you there waiting? Are you far behind, or?
No, my intention was to head toward the gate that we entered through.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see a semblance of the party, very specifically the girl, like the group, whatever, I'm going to, because I know there were a couple guards that were separating the elves from the other people coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to distract them by using my common sign language. But like I approach those guards, so their back is turned to where people are exiting.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
Then I start throwing hand signs, and it's going to be, is it safe to go... out of game, I don't remember which way we came to get here. Was it north?
Yes. No, it was east. You came through the eastern gate. There was only really one gate, and you came through it. Okay,
then I'm signing to the guards. Is it safe to go south? And I'm doing this as a distraction, so hopefully there won't be any kind of complication with them leaving.
That's fine. You're a little bit ahead of the guys. So they've just come out of the church. So how are you... Lorne has made its way to the gates. He would have attracted attention as a lone elf walking through the streets. So he's got a bit of people. He's got a few people looking at him. He's attracted the attention of the people in the streets. You don't very often see a lone elf just walking along unless they are doing a delivery or something along those lines. As the party walks out into the courtyard, who is leading?
I am.
Okay.
Just because it would be natural to have the elves trailing behind me as I expected.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to whisper to, I can't remember her name for the life of me, I'm sorry.
Saria?
Saria.
Saria, thank you. I'm going to kind of whisper to her, if anyone asks, I am your nanny. Okay?
She's just
If
nodding.
anybody asks you, I'm charged with watching you and caring for you. Do you understand that?
She's
And I'll be
desperately
back.
quiet.
And I am saying it loud enough that I hope Cobbler can hear me. Or Leoric can hear me, so it's not like, I want to set the tone of like, run with this lie if we need to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Can someone roll me a I know you're not sneaking, but can you roll me a stealth? So if Cobbler's in the front, can you roll me a stealth check, please?
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be any way that I could, with my actions, that I could be aiding that for them to get through somehow?
You are quite far away from them. You went straight to the gate. They are in the middle of town.
Oh, okay.
So
I
that's what.
misinterpreted it.
Yeah, you when you were last in town, you made your way into it. You went around the back of the arena, and you found the church. If you've gone straight to the gate and you're already at the gate, if you want to, that's why I was asking where you were in conjunction to them. Right,
and my intention was to be distracting the guards at the gate.
Yeah, so you would have beelined.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. With a 9, you make your way through the streets, and you've gone not direct. You can tell that this is an awkward situation. You're sort of on edge and a bit tense, so you've sort of gone around the edges. As you walk down one of the sort of not alleyways, but sort of back streets, you see a group of people walking toward you. Familiar face to Leoric. It's Havard Plinkerton, the bookie. An oily man with too tight a vest and slick back hair. He blocks your path, flanked with 2 thuggish bruisers.
Well. Look who's sneaking out of town with a shiny conscience all polished up. Thought you could walk away from fleecing me?
And I thought I could walk away from my business being completed and getting back to my life. Aye.
One of the other bruisers.
Boss don't take kindly to elf lovers. We saw you walking along, chatting to them. The kids on their back. What's going on?
Oh, you want to slap a collar on your dog? He's yapping at me. I'm staring right at the guy in charge here.
Fair enough.
And not dealing with the riffraff.
I want my coin back, plus interest for the insult. Or maybe I'll just take those brats as payment.
And he sort of walks in close.
Don't make me get rough. I got buyers that pay good for that soft-hearted cargo.
Right, so you're too dumb to actually be in the business you're in, so now you're gonna try to get into the stiff-arming business, is that it?
Look here. I wasn't happy with how your elves fought. I felt like I was cheated in some way. I don't mind. You give me my money back, plus a little bit of interest, and I'll move on my way.
Yeah. While I hear this conversation going on and see what's going on, I want to look around. I'm expecting this is going to end up in a fight. I'm looking around for anything, whether it's on somebody's body or it's a broken chair or table or I'm looking for something to use as a weapon.
Roll me a perception check, please.
My man Leoric finally understanding.
While he's
Yeah,
doing
Boys all
that,
grown up.
He's learning slow.
while he's doing that, I'm gonna put the boy down and
Okay.
kind of guide both the kids behind me, and then start slowly backing away and like pushing them away from this,
Right.
towards hopefully like some sort of escape route that I can send them down if I need to.
23, Leoric. You can see it's not much around, but you can see that there is a piece of sort of timber, part of a pallet or a crate that's on the floor with some nails in the end, and also a broken glass. Which one would you like to go for? Broken
Both
bottle.
of them.
Both of them. Only a sleight of hand, please. You only acquire the piece of pallet with the nails in it. As you go to get the bottle, you sort of stumble and kick it, and it sort of ding 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 goes across the street. Cobbler, I'd like you to roll me an intimidation check, please.
I would love to do that.
Come on. 23.
Natural 20 or 23.
Yeah.
I'm in close to him and I say,
You sods.
I just lean in close,
Nice.
like I'm going to bite his nose off. And I'm just like, you can consider that close to doing business. Or you can pay your life on top of it. Because if you think I come in here giving a shite about whether I live or die, then you think I'm in the wrong place. And I'll take you with me.
This greasy little halfling sort of staring up at you, but not as much as obviously some of the others. Just sort of, okay. Come on, boys. We'll catch up with them another time. And they walk off. Walk off down the street. Thank God for nat 20s, eh?
Thanks, somebody. Whoever did it, thanks.
I'm gonna kind of grab the kids by the hands and sort of reassure them, and then start heading back towards the group a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to continue on your path to the gates?
Yes.
As you approach the gates, Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, just like we're just doing business. Like we're
Yeah.
not even worried
Nothing
about whether
suspect.
people see us or not. We're walking the street, and why would you have a problem with that kind of an attitude about it? So,
As we're walking towards the gates, I want to sort of bite my thumb until I draw a little bit of blood from it, and then I'm going to stop real quick to Saria and like pull out her hand and just make like a little smiley face with it on the back of her hand, and I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that if something happens right now and I need to make her run and hide, we can find them later.
How does that look as you do that in the street? Apart
I'm
from
gonna
the
try
ritual
and-
casting of it, is there any sort of
Yeah, I'm going to
glow
try
or
and
magic?
sort of sell it that I'm just like, saying something to her. I'm going to tell her like, I'm going to put this symbol on you, and just know that wherever you go, if something happens, I can find you.
She just nods.
And we won't lose you, okay? And then as I do that, I'm going to kind of put my hand over the back of her hand, and you'll see like a very dim sort of red glow, like when I cast a spell, but there's warmth to it and not anger to
Nice.
it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Different type.
And yeah, different type. Same
Yeah,
magic, but different
Given
motivation
differently.
behind it. Yeah.
As you approach the gate, you can see the familiar face of Lorne, sort of against the wall, chatting to the guards. Lorne, over to you. Sorry, I interrupted you earlier when you were sort of ahead of what I planned.
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for letting me explain. So, as the party is making their way toward the gate, my intention is to have whoever is keeping an eye on the gate, the guards or whatnot. I don't know how they're divvied up, but whoever's watching the people leaving, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You have
I
two.
want to have
Sorry.
I want to have their backs turned, and I'm using common sign language, asking, "Is it safe to go south?"
Are you asking them? Or
The guards.
You're
yes.
asking the guards in sign language.
Yes, and hopefully they'll be like, what the fuck is this elf all about? And not paying attention to the other 6 people that I'm trying to cover for, so they can get the fuck out.
So, as you approach the gate, it is a portcullis gate, which is open currently. You have guard on either side. You recognize the one guard from the guy that initially greeted you, was it yesterday or the day before? And then you have a sort of a metal grated window with a sort of an open slot in the bottom. And there's a guy behind there that's sort of working away. It's an orc. He's a big orc guy, and he's just he's got all the swords, and that's where you handed your weapons in.
Yeah, I can assume it's a murder hole.
Yeah, this is where you handed your weapons in when you first got in there.
Gotcha.
So it's like the dispensary for your weapons, basically. The armory is behind there. So as you're signing at the one, you are right. Yeah, they're both giving it. Hey, what bloody hell's going on here? Hey, Trav, do you know how to sign up? And the orc's looking over, and he's like, yeah, he can't hear well, so he's doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Leave him to it, bloody elf.
I have a effed up ear also. It's like gnarled, you know? So visually it would kind of work in my favor there too. So yeah, I'm just asking them very plainly, like in the sign language, is it safe to go south?
They cannot understand you. They do not speak common sign language. But they are talking to you, they are sort of approaching you, but they are both either side of the gate. So, you know, for someone to walk through the gate would be a challenge without them seeing it.
Yeah, okay. Trying to get on the same page with this here. So, I don't want to in my microphone, I don't want to make the sound of somebody who is deaf trying to yell at somebody. Yeah. But since I can see that that the guards that are nearby me don't understand, like I turn to the guard that's on the opposite side of the archway by the portcullis, you know, in that area. And hey, you know, like in the deaf way, I'm trying to get his attention, and I'm throwing my hands up, signing, "Is it safe to go south?" So I'm just trying to get everybody's attention, the guards' attention.
So the guards start to
try to slip through.
You're starting to frustrate them. Let's put it that way.
Great. Okay, that's good.
They are still either side of the gate. The one is with you, and the other one's almost chuckling at his buddy. Sorry, my screen went off there. He's almost chuckling at his friend, just like he's got his hands for you, like, you know, he's sort of like, "Oh, what's going on here? How are you going to deal with this one then?" And the guard starts to push you away. He's like, "Go away, go on, bugger off you."
So to me, this sounds like I'm succeeding. And how long do I think it's going to be before the party starts to exit through the gate?
I mean, they can exit through the gate if they want. They haven't got any other. Okay, that's fine.
Well, I mean, no, we're stopping this pickup equipment.
Yes, I was going to say.
No, we're acting like I'm ignoring what's going on over there for them.
Okay.
We've heard no alarms go off, no one's found a dead priest yet.
Okay. So, whenever they start to get annoyed with me, I nod at the guards and I leave.
Okay, so
I go out the gate.
As you see Cobbler walk up to the armory sort of window, they sort of give a knowing look to each other, and then you sort of wander out the gate. Cobbler, you're at the armory.
Sir, I'm here to collect my property for Shortshanks.
Name?
Shortshanks. Oi.
Big, huge orc inside just picks that all up.
Shield. Oh, looks like some's been taken.
Pardon me?
Some was withdrawn earlier today. A shield, a bow, and a short sword.
That's correct.
Is that okay? Just sign here, please.
Hands over
Right.
a gnarled bit of paper.
My bow and quiver are there.
Yes, yeah. Everything that you
Everything we
Add
should
on.
have is
is
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I sign it. Something that looks something like Shortshanks.
It's the X.
But I do it with my left hand, so it's like totally doesn't look anything like what I would normally sign.
He hands you over
And
the
a
weapons
smudge.
and sort of pushes them through the grate, just trying to squeeze them through. You know, you got a couple of shields and everything. He's one by one. It takes a bit of time. You know, it's noisy. There's sort of people walking around, and you acquire all your weapons again. He goes back to his business,
Thank you, sir.
sits down inside, and he just starts munching on a big sandwich. He's going back to it.
You done a fine job, lad. Thank you for that. All right, so I will kind of take it and just bundle it up best I can and strap stuff on, sling a few things over, pass a few of them over to Leoric.
Yeah.
Pointedly not arming the elves yet.
Good. Man's on task. Good.
Oh,
I got my hands full anyway.
I'm just like, I'm not going to go get this far and then be like, and then hand the elves a sword in front of the guard.
You never know.
What is the improvised weapon damage if I have to swing that kid at him?
You got a D6, please, sir.
Perfect. All right. So I know what to roll for the future.
For the bigger kid, it's a D8. You know?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Are you attempting to leave?
Yes.
Okay. As you approach the gates, the two guards look at you.
You didn't come here with any children, did you?
Nope,
I remember you
acquired these.
yesterday.
Right, I traded them for one of my elves.
Makes sense. Don't blame your two human kids. For an elf. Good deal, that.
Well, they didn't do so great in the pits, and these I can use in my house. Just train them up to care for the home.
Good idea.
My
that.
wife will be happy.
Good idea.
Okay. You walk through the gates, and you are on the path out of Tralask.
We will start heading. Which way do we need to head towards her cabin?
West.
Right. So
No,
we're-
east. Sorry, you have to head east.
All right,
I
because
thought
we came.
we traveled east to get here.
I got
We
it
came
wrong.
in
It
through
was
the-
west. Sorry.
Got it.
I've done the map now, and I'm like, yeah, I did it wrong. Sorry. Forget episodes
are
1,
going-
2, 3. Direction is
Already
not-
have.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I'm kidding. Start heading brusquely towards the northwest instead.
Okay.
So until we break line of sight, either over the crest of a hill or hit the tree line.
So you have a road, a physical road which goes west towards Freefolk, and you have a road which goes north.
We'll take the road north.
Okay.
As long as it looks. I mean, does it seem like we're going to have to travel more than say a half a mile before we lose line of sight with the gate?
So the edges of Tralask is sort of surrounded by trees, but there's like a large opening around the outside where they grow crops and herd creatures and animals and all sorts. So
Sure.
you've probably got like 300, 400 meters, 500 meters until you get into a tree line.
It's not too bad. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we can stop, redistribute stuff, and then cut across country to get back to the other road.
Okay. All right. Lorne, where are you at this point?
Lorne is outside the gate, was heading, down whatever immediate path was there. I know you said north or a certain direction. Here's my intention. My intention is to get out of the line of sight of the gate and the guards. Not the gate, but the guards. And then double back in the direction that I see the party go. And then I'll try to catch up with them.
Okay. So approximately 45 minutes goes by, and you meet up in the woodlands north of Tralask.
The children are safe.
So far. Here's
Another 3 more days.
We need to head back the way we came, and we need to get myself and these kids fed if we're going to travel throughout the day. And I appreciate it, but your magic berries probably aren't going to get us through.
Wait, I still have a little, most of this loaf of bread. And I break it up to everybody, give everybody a little bit.
I do have a little bit of deer meat left, but we don't have time for a fire right now. So I'll save that for tonight.
we can stop early and do some foraging. Unless we come across a farmhouse or anything that we might be able to buy some food from with the winnings we got.
Well, we're gonna cut back through the woods, right? Is that the plan?
At least to get back over and catch up with the other road.
Yeah. Well, we'll just keep an eye out for berries and things to snack on the way, I guess. Be the best thing we could do.
Agreed.
Okay, so the party now back together. You are at the north side of Tralask, and you make your way through the woods back to the western road.
As we get back together, I hate to break this. I don't know. I had a dream as we were sleeping. The witch came in my dream, and she said something like, she only wants the girl, not the boy. We can't do it. And I turned to Saria, and I go, maybe it's not a good idea you go. The older lady doesn't want your brother, only wants you, and your brother needs you. And I turn around to the group and say, we can't separate them. What's your guys' plan now for that?
Saria's looking visibly distressed at this point. Confused as well. She's sort of
as
like,
you're saying that, I'm like trying to just like, I'm trying to move you away from them, and I'm like, shh. Why would you say any of that in front of them?
Because it's not right.
It's
You
not
said
right, but
yourself, sir, that you would never take an unwilling child, and
You're
I
right.
believe she would not be willing to depart with her brother.
And that's something we need to handle delicately because they're children. Not dropping a bomb like that and having that discussion for them.
What? So be second-handed to kind of like back talk to? Or
No,
not, like,
I'm saying be
deceitful?
tactful. And then I'm going to take the kids and I'm going to kind of lead them away.
what is Lorne and Cobbler doing at this point?
I was kind of waiting for that to calm down a bit and get in some constructive. So if that's the case, and we knew it was possible she would not be conducive to that, I mean, I don't think she's taken into account the idea of having a handyman around. Maybe he has to make his own shack nearby. He's not allowed to live with the women, but at least he can be there, can do some forestry for her, do some trapping, cut wood, that sort of thing, while his sister's there in order to help her be happy and content with her new home. Otherwise, offered, I said, we'll take him with us as much as that's worth, and he can learn to survive in this crazy world as it is.
Sorry.
I'm gonna again, get down on their level and look at both of them very calmly and gently. What that man said is true. That is what was asked of us. We have no intention of separating the two of you if we can help it. And I'm going to look at Saria. If we're going to offer you a better life, we're going to offer your brother a better life, one way or another. And if we can't, I will not let you be separated.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. As soon as I find
I'm persuaded, but I'm not sure they are.
Well, I have a -2, so I don't think they are either.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You can see by the look in Saria's eyes that she can see that you're sincere. She's struck with worry. She sort of holds her brother close. And she grabs hold of your hand, holds
I'm
it,
gonna
holds
pull them both in, and
her two tiny hands, and they just hold on to yours. And she just looks at you and goes, "Please." That's what she says.
I won't let anything bad happen to you kids.
Lorne, what are you doing at this point?
Observing him.
Okay.
But not him. Them. I am deep in thought. Lorne is deep in thought. Lorne has... When he's not being addressed directly or moving with the party, being alert, he is a million miles away.
Okay. Leoric, how, obviously, with Cobbler's response to you...
I'm frustrated, pacing back and forth. I was like, I don't like this. What if we get there and she is adamant that she doesn't want the boy. We're wasting time going back there. Oh, I don't know. I'm just rambling off in my head. I respect and by with the group. I'm the young kid here. But I'm just like deep down inside, like I don't like this. Don't like this. We're might be just wasting time. And that's it. I'm just mumbling to myself and pacing back and forth, obviously distraught.
How do you want to continue, all of you?
I'm going to just sort of mind the kids and allow, at this point, like I'm gonna defer to a degree to Cobbler, so I'm gonna just kind of listen and try and keep the kids calm at the moment and walk them through the woods.
I will be more than happy to take point while we're walking through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I do have that shiv. I know it's not much, but it's what I have. So I will have that out.
They would have collected your weapons when you went in. Did you have any weapons?
Nah, I didn't pick those weapons back up. I've got the shiv.
Cobbler would have it then.
Yep. I had a short bow with 0 arrows.
Okay.
At one point, you and I were having a discussion about a shield that I had acquired. Did you take that back?
I never actually used it.
Okay. I'm fine either way with it. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. You still, I think you still have it, and then
okay.
Not have the other one.
So, if you're taking pawn line, can you please roll me a nature check, please?
That's cool. As a wood elf, that's my dump stat.
18. So after about an hour, you work your way through the woods and you come back onto the road. You find the road that was going west, and you are heading in that direction.
If he's taking point to guide us through the woods itself, then I'm going to kind of turn my brain off as far as which way to go, but instead keep a check around for edible plants and mushrooms, kind of a thing, as we're traveling.
Can you roll me a survival check then, please? 19. Very nice.
You found a pork chop tree.
As you wander through the wood, you see the familiar bushes of raspberries. Wild raspberries growing amongst sort of the trees and debris. You can see the red glow of these berries. Can you roll me a d12, please? You managed to get 2 handfuls of berries.
Oh.
More than 2 handfuls is a waste anyway, Cobbler.
Of course it is. Leoric, are you following in tow?
Yeah, I'm taking up the rear, following them as I go on.
And
Kinda...
Mike's just had to dip off for a sec, so he's just following with you.
Oh.
Okay. So as you get back to the road, how would you like to proceed? It's been about an hour. So it's about 11 o'clock in the morning at this point. Do you want to head down the road?
I think that unless otherwise articulated, that I would stick, trying to make a decent clip, but I know that we have children and exhausted people and such. But I think that unless otherwise advised, we keep on going.
Okay.
If there's any conversation to be had about any of this, like I said, Lauren's pretty stoic anyway. But if there's any conversation, it's he would rather have extra time near the cottage than extra time here.
Makes perfect sense. But are you going to stop at night? How do you want to continue going forward?
Well, I want to speak.
Sorry.
Hey,
Yep.
Everybody, and I've been on. We've been on the road for a few hours or whatever, and I've had time to calm down, and I'm relaxed or whatever. And I kind of say, hey, I'm hungry. The kids haven't had breakfast yet. Can we just stop for a short time and take just have a little lunch? Fill up everybody's bellies.
I mean, it depends on... We can either do that and risk not having anything for dinner, or we push on and be hungry now, but then we eat whatever we have before we go to bed and be able to sleep a little better, perhaps, because we don't have hunger pain.
That gives me an idea. And I want to look around, and I'm looking up in the trees and everything, and do I see any birds?
Roll me a perception check, please, sir.
Hey, man, just in case I forget, Ron, I love you.
Yeah.
You're fucking great to play with.
I agree.
You can ask Jens here. I've made the comments that you are so enjoyable. You bring in energy.
I want to use my human heroic inspiration for that.
Oh, he doesn't allow that shit.
We don't have heroic inspiration in the hunger. I did explain that, sorry, at the beginning when we first started the campaign.
Oh.
All
right, my bad. I'm about that.
It's it's not going to work on a hardcore setting. Sorry, did you roll a 6? Is that a 6? Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll go on our way and whatever.
You can hear birds, but you physically can't see any. The high treetops around you, you can't locate any. You know they're up there, but where are they? Who knows?
All right. If
Leoric, maybe we can make it to a water source and fish.
As we are walking by, that's fine. Let's go on our way. Okay. But as we are walking by, I kind of reach in my pockets and whatever, and whenever getting berries or whatever, I notice I'm running a little low on some things, and so I just, as we're walking, I just want to use my perception. As we're strolling along, do I find anything? Do I find any birds later on, or mistletoe? I'm running low on mistletoe that I need. And those are just 2 items I'm looking at. As we're strolling around, I'm not actively looking, but if I see them, like I said, with my passively see them.
Okay.
I will stop.
What I'll do is you guys continue your journey, and I'll ask you to roll at a later point to see if you see anything.
Okay.
At this point in the moment, there's nothing. You can't see anything of that nature, but you're not technically moving at the moment. So, say at the end of your travel, I'll say roll again, and you can see if you can see anything like that.
Okay. Leoric's looking for mistletoe. Lauren is looking for tow missiles. I need to be equipped with a couple, missiles.
Missiles?
Yeah, with like warheads. We're fighting a hag.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need a missile launcher.
Roll for perception, please.
Shut up, man. 32.
Oh, imagine you find a rocket launcher in a river. Fuck!
Things escalated quickly.
I'm going to ask Leoric to roll a d20, please. As he is actively looking for bushes, this is going to be your travel. $17. Very good.
Good roll. Good roll.
The day is overcast. Not a sort of rain cloud in the sky, but just no sun, just pure cloud. As you travel down the long road that you previously went down, you notice that obviously there's the river to the south that you traveled along before previously, where you can see you go past the locations where you gutted the deer next to the riverbank. There's not much left. You can see the animals have been there and sort of gnawed up anything that was once part of its body. And you carry on, and you're about halfway on your journey back to Freefolk. The night starts to fall. You start to get to about 5 p.m. and you're still on the road.
Probably a good time to start looking for a decent place to at least get some shelter from the wind and see if maybe we can scrounge up something else to eat to go with berries and scraps.
I don't think I want to go back into Freefolk.
No, we'll scout around it when we get close enough to worry about it.
We can make sure the children are warm. If you need to go in, go in. I think it's a very bad idea.
As you set up camp, can someone please roll me are you planning on building shelter? What are you going to do? You're going to have fire, shelter? How do you want to do this?
Well,
we need a small cook fire, at least.
Yeah. What if we did the equivalent of like what do they call it? Like a boma? Ridgepole, you know what I mean? Debris shelter kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Something of that nature where it's improvised, but
absolutely, that's no problem at all. Just I need to know if you're building shelter or if you're fire or if you're not sheltering, just so I can get you all to do a little bit of something about it and make this sort of into a sort of a skill test.
I look at you two. Well, I look at everyone. I think we should build some kind of brush shelter somewhere. Block the wind.
Oh, something like this, and I like maybe just some their branches up there, and I kind of show them like how to make it look like a lean-to.
Correct.
Right, or if we can find a blowdown and use the roots as a backstop sort of a thing, or just a big tree that's down, or even an overhang.
We're
That's
all in
not-
agreement. We're all in agreement. Finding a suitable place and then building a debris shelter, get a small fire,
Okay.
start foraging for some food.
Well, I'll leave the food out of it for now. But let's do the shelter and the fire. So, can everyone roll me a survival check, please?
Survival?
The
Mm.
hunger strikes again. Can't intimidate a shelter.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
You managed to get a
You wanna roll?
I
fire.
have the best.
You managed to get a fire going, but it is not. All you can find is damp wood, and it's smoking. You're getting some heat off of it, but you're not getting a huge flame. It's a very sort of whimsical. You're going to struggle to cook on it. You might be able to, but it would take you a while, and it would take you. You'd have to almost do it one at a time. The shelter is more of a. You struggle for materials, and you sort of find a low-hanging branch. You sort of put a couple of extra sticks against. Will this defend you from rain? Probably not. Will it keep a bit of a shelter over your head so you can stay out of the night sky? Yes, maybe.
Okay. I can see the frustration on everyone's faces and maybe a little bit of anxiety in the kids.
Mm.
I will,
The kids are very much stuck with Corvin the entire time.
Corvin.
He's
Yeah.
sort of their rock.
So I take off my shirt, my tunic, and I give it to Corvin. He can give that to the kids, try to use it any way he wants to. Okay, it's an extra piece of clothing. Then I go over by the fire, and even though it's small and smoldering, can't really do much with it. I'm going to take my hands and cup them over the fire, and I start whispering under my breath that I'm using druidcraft that will allow me to increase, I believe, the flame.
Okay.
I could look up specifics, you know what I mean? If you'd like, I could post that for you.
I'm having a look. Sure,
Okay,
you're
if
right.
you're doing it, I don't have to.
Yes, so the flame starts to burn heavier in the center of the fire.
Cool. So it does get a little bit more sufficient, but I mean, it's still lacking. But I motion to Corvin and the kids and have them come over by there, and then Leoric and Cobbler, and say, with the condition that the timber is in, this might not last long.
I would imagine that Corvin would probably have started to cook the ear steak that he had left.
That seems sensible.
Yeah.
I look at both of you with my broken ass arm and my piece of broken table leg or whatever it is that I'm using. And I just, after the fire gets up and they get around it, I just stand up and I say, I'll take first watch. And I go outside and I'm going to, literally probably like lean against a tree, kind of keep my ears open, my eyes open.
Okay, can you roll me a d20, please?
Man, I want Leoric to roll it. He's got hot dice.
I just rolled a 1 and a 2.
I like your modified sevens.
How about a natural one?
Shit me.
How about a natural one? Thanks, Leoric. Oh, guys, guess what? Before he starts going, because I don't want to interrupt. Let's play D&D.
As everyone takes the sort of shelters where they can around the sort of edges of trees and the makeshift shelter that the children are under, Lorne sits stoically on a rock, fire to his back, looking out, sort of keeping watch, when he hears the all familiar noise of thunder. Storm is coming. For the next 4 hours, torrential rain hits the camp. The shelter does not provide any rest, although you do kind of get clean a little bit. You do not have any rest. So you gain a fatigue point. Everybody does.
Oof.
But you are not rested. And you all get clean slightly. So let me just change those.
Corvin,
Yes.
catching you up. We made it.
Thank you.
Made it to a point where we were going to attempt to make a makeshift shelter. It was a very poorly. We didn't have enough material to make something worthwhile. We did get a fire going. Lauren gave up his shirt to you for the kids for a little bit extra warmth or anything. And
Okay.
I stood up after I got that fire going a little bit better than it was. I said, I don't know how long the fire is going to be, because I used Druidcraft to try to get it going. And then I went to go on watch, and then Dungeons and Dragons happened, if you look in the game log.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah, baby.
So he said we heard thunder in the distance, and there's all the telltale signs of a serious storm brewing.
You
got
have all been soaked through to the bone. All your clothes are wet. All your equipment's wet. You've got clean because of the height of how wet it is, but you've gained a fatigue point, and you were all absolutely sodden, and no rest has happened.
Okay.
It is at this point that you realize that Saria is missing. Edwin is next to Corvin. You hear a scream in the distance, in the woods.
Of course we do.
That one, baby.
Yeah. Dur.
Great.
God.
I can see the chat now.
What are the kids doing?
I'm
screaming.
When this happens.
Edwin is holding onto your leg, and Saria is nowhere to
Okay.
be seen, and you can just hear a scream in the woods.
Oh, fuck.
Jump to get a direction of where it came from.
You, with your passive perception, you know that it came from the south.
Grab the shield, throw it on my arm,
Um,
run in that direction.
I need to check one thing real quick, and I apologize. I had a very important call I had to be on, so I didn't mean to step
Doesn't
away.
matter.
But let me read something real quick.
Was the scream loud enough for those of us that were asleep?
None of you were asleep because it was so raining. It was just, well, you were kind of dozing, but you know,
Mhm.
it was lashing out of rain. Absolutely quiet. There was no, there was the noise of the rain. There was no fire. The fire had gone out because of the rain. We're all trying to shelter under the tree, and it's at that point when you're all like, "Right, we've had enough." You notice that Saria is missing.
So
And then we heard a scream.
I would have continued sort of periodically throughout the day. I can only do it so many times, but I know this. Corvin knows this. So towards the night when we had stopped to rest, I would have re-upped on my hunter's mark on her.
Yeah. No, I would agree you would have done that. That's absolutely no problem at all.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to focus on that. And I'm going to start looking for tracks and trying to see where she went and if it was in the direction of the scream we just heard.
Okay. Please.
Hunter's Mark does give me advantage on survival or perception checks to find her specifically because she is marked.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing at this point?
I'm running towards the scream.
Okay. It's more of me here. I'm just trying to see that. What else are you doing? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to
Drawing
find
my
this.
weapon and running towards the scream.
Okay. That's not enough time. Okay, fine. Oh, just...
Oh, story short, I will stay with the kid for a second.
Yep.
Use the common sign language. Stay here. Stay with me. You know, kind of like I'm just stay here. Stay with me.
Yeah.
I'll protect you.
I'm gonna look at Lauren and I'm gonna be like, how do I tell him it's okay? Like, can you show me? And
Yeah,
then-
I attempt to in the common.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy that to can't remember the boy's name either. The little boy,
Edwin.
Edwin, and just kind of go like, it's okay. I'm gonna go find her.
He acknowledges you and just sort of, you can see a little bit of relief on his face, but he is petrified.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna grab my bow and I'm gonna do my best to try and track.
Okay. As you head through as you're all running through the woods, because of your hunter's mark, you know, sort of, you get like a feeling in your brain where she is. You got the sense, and you run into a clearing away from the camp, not too far away, only sort of 20, 25 meters, 30 meters away, and you see a black bear and Saria up a tree. And this black bear is just gnawing at the bottom, smashing at the bottom.
Great. I hate bear.
I want to cast a spell.
Amy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to approach the bear. I need to get about 30 feet from it.
Okay.
And I look over at Corvin as I'm getting ready to do this. Does he still have the steak, the meat that was on him? Can I see
Well,
it?
you cooked it last night.
It'd be, yeah.
So I improv and said you cooked and ate it last night, but
Yeah, all I had, I still have a heart, but that's in my bag, so you wouldn't be able to see that.
You still have a heart,
Okay.
but that's in your chest.
Well, yeah, and a deer heart.
All right. I go, but I know about that, right?
You would know it's there, yeah, but I don't have it.
Right.
Like it's not visible.
Corvin, I have an idea here. Can I have that deer's heart that you got in your bag?
I'm just gonna shrug my pack off onto the ground. It's there.
If you don't mind,
As I'm getting my
I'm gonna
bow out.
grab it.
I'm going to need you to
And
roll a
I'm not-
stealth check for this, guys.
Okay.
Both of you.
Well, that's,
Come on, my
I'm
dice
not
are
trying
shit tonight.
I'm not trying to be stealthy.
It's not about being stealthy, it's about if the bearer sees you. So I'll roll a perception after you roll. Okay, carry
Remember,
on.
this bear has hunger stats.
Zing!
This bear was affected by the storm. He's exhausted also.
No need to be facetious, children.
Yes, father.
All having a good time.
Hey, Jens, real quick before you start running wild with this, do you think it's realistic that if this pops off and I hear like a bear roar and more screaming and all that, like, can I hear that from where I'm at and respond
Yes.
to it?
Yeah, you're 20 meters away. 30, 25 meters, something like that.
I thought that's what you were saying, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That is
Alright, cool.
totally understandable that you would have that in your
And,
Yeah.
and you said the little boy was a D8 damage, right?
no D6,
no,
the little
yeah,
boy.
it was a D6.
The
Yeah.
little boy's a D6. Okay, noted. Carry on, please.
Cast Edwin.
So as you are searching in the bag, you guys rolled a 12 and a 9 on stealth, and my bear rolled a 15. He turns, looks at you, and he's snarling, and he starts to come at you.
And Saria's there, like she's in there.
Saria's up the tree. Yeah, she's up a pine tree.
I'm going to switch my hunter's mark to the bear.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the heart. I'm turning and facing the bear and kind of heading towards him. And I'm giving him kind of like that Crocodile Dundee. We are all friends here. We are all friends. And I'm holding out the deer's heart, and I kind of toss it to him as food. And I'm doing all this and with it, I'm going to cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. Okay, before you cast it, I'm going to say the DC is 15. To make this out. This is a hungry-ass bear that's running towards you.
Normally it's just a...
So just roll a d20. Or wisdom.
D20?
Yeah, wisdom. Roll a wisdom if you want to roll a wisdom. It should be it should be an animal handling. Roll an animal handling check, please. Sorry, you caught me off guard with the wee woo.
And...
Wee-woo always works.
60% of the time.
Yep.
With an 11, the bear.
Yeah, and I had a good chance.
The bear continues on his path, and it is just charging straight for you. You are out in front. Let me just change this around. And the other two are behind. Okay. VTT time, people.
Oh, shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Please all
Dun, dun, dun.
roll initiative.
He's Big Bear.
Oh, come on! It's not even rolling dice. It's just throwing him in the corner of the screen. It's ridiculous.
Sorry, I would have probably moved you two back a little bit. There you go. So,
You want one? You want one from Lauren also?
please, sir.
Yes, sir. That's good. Good.
Right, 20 to 25. 20 to 15. 15 to 10?
We're all like, you get the bear. No, you get the bear.
Okay. Bears up first. Who got 11?
I got 11.
So Leoric. 10 to 5?
Lauren got a 6.
Shit, what did the rest of you get? I didn't see him
I
come
got a Core got a 3.
in. Oosh.
Yep. From now on, DM, if you... 2. Cobbler has a 2.
Oh, shit.
Stop throwing uses, yo.
Just a point of order, DM, just to expedite time.
Yeah.
Next time we roll initiative, why don't you just say, anybody get over a 6?
Noted. Let me just direct this so it looks prettier. How's that?
It's a good looking map.
Thank you.
I know that map.
I know you do.
I know that map.
Works perfect for what we're doing.
It's-
People at 2-minute tabletop are fantastic.
yeah.
Please check 'em out.
Area. Yeah, 2-minute tabletop area maps are always gorgeous. They're always gorgeous.
So, first up, we have the bear. And he is charging at Leoric. He is going to make his way all the way over to Leoric. And he is going to rend. So he is going to do...
Oh no.
Oh, it doesn't sound great at all.
Oh, I rolled the wrong
rend-
I rolled
rend is
the wrong
something-
dice, sorry. First one's an 8.
Holy shit, you missed!
He has multi-attack. And the second one's a nat 20.
Oh,
So he
fuck!
hits for a 24.
You know
So
how
that
I said I
is
enjoy playing with you?
You want
Oh
to
my
hit,
God.
right?
that is 14 points of damage. The bear comes in, he's swipes with his claws, taking a huge chunk out of the orc. The orc, you've taken a big hit there, and you are up, my friend. I also have to note that you got a crit, so you get a little extra injury later.
Yeah, I'm going to
Run away!
take the disengage action and back off.
Nice.
I don't know how movement goes, but whatever 30 feet would be.
I can measure it for you.
Okay.
You would probably get to about there. So, just on top of this mound on the other side of you, if you wanted to. So you get there.
Okay. And as a bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark on the bear.
Okay. We are then over to Lorne.
Lorne dashes at a rate of 70 to get up to Cobbler, if I may.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want me to do it?
Please, if you will.
You
I'm
toss
afraid
me.
to touch anything on my computer right now. So, thank you.
Up to
Yeah,
Cobbler.
so,
yeah, you can go. That's 39
yeah,
foot.
okay, so I get up to Cobbler and I pull my shiv and I look at him and I don't say anything. It's just a blank stare. And then, can you? Is the commoner's the girl? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have time to name it.
I just wanted to make sure.
Improv, baby.
That will be my turn.
Okay. We're over to Corvin.
When you come up, I've already got an arrow knocked and readied.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when Lorne comes up, I do have a short sword on my hip, so I'm gonna kind of like, take it.
Why is
Take the sword.
Take it,
damn
take it.
why is
and then I'm-
Corvin twerking? I don't.
And then I'm gonna fire an arrow at this bear.
Sling it.
Hopefully right in his fucking eye. Or I'm gonna miss horribly.
Flies over the back of the bear.
Do you guys remember that day I rolled like 5 nat 20s?
This is not that day.
This is my penance.
Do you guys remember that one hardcore campaign I was in that I never rolled over a 7?
Yeah.
You did get out of
and
Tralask without a fight, to be fair.
I'm
The only
going
thing I
to
remember.
say fuck, and I'm going to knock another arrow, and that's my turn.
Okay. We're over to Cobbler.
Right about that. I'm going to stand right where I'm at. Draw. I've got the shield that I grabbed up on the run into the woods and then just threw it on my arm there. So draw out my short sword and start banging on the shield, trying to draw the bear's attention over towards us.
Okay.
And I will hold my action. So if it gets right in on us, then I will clonk it.
Tell you what, roll a just roll a d20 for me, just so I can see if the bear has taken the bait.
If it wants the dinner bell.
10 or above, it takes the bait. There you go. Good one. So the bear sort of looked at you, and he's got his bloody claws, and he's sort of coming, like facing right at you now. End of turn.
Just standing there,
Ready to pounce?
banging, waiting, so I can just uppercut it right up under the jaw when it comes at us. I've got the really. This sword is on its last leg, so I'm intending to just like drive it in and break it off, and then draw my other one.
You do have 2 swords, though, don't you?
Yes, but one's only got
Yeah.
1 hit left in it, so.
Yeah, you've got Lorne's sword on you. Right, this bear runs straight for you.
Mm-hmm.
Lorne. No, don't worry. And
okay, I'm gonna.
it's within 5
Go
feet
ahead.
of you, is what I'm saying. If you
Yeah,
wanted to have a reaction.
I will maybe want to have a reaction.
Yeah, okay. I thought you might.
What's he gonna do to my little dwarf buddy?
Nah, nothing. He's just going for cuddles.
He's gonna land on my sword.
Okay, I've got
Just Winnie the Pooh. He's just wandering over.
I've got a special ability that's called No Means No.
Right, so you hit with that 18.
It hit with the 18.
Max damage. 7.
Let's go.
Nice. So you hit the bear and and it is. You physically swipe it down the back and you can see a big gouge sort of come up, but it's not looking at you. It has its target in its eyes and it is ready to get him. Right, he's going to do multi-attack on you.
Okay, this is where my reaction will come into play, Cobbler. Just so you know.
A 14
hits.
All right.
And then
my reaction.
I'm just going to roll both to see if he hits both, and a nat 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, you know what? If you're going to do that, then I'm using my reaction on that critical hit.
Okay. The first attack is a 8 points of damage, and the second one is that's crit, so it's doubled. So that's 4 plus 2, so that's 8. So it's 2 8s, so 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And
what's
I use my reaction to use an ability called Interceptor. I have my shiv out, and he goes in for that critical strike, and I'm able to hit him in the jaw or something of that nature. I throw myself in harm's way, and I reduce the damage by 5.
You distract him. You almost like hit him as he's about to strike. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? It's,
okay.
I can reduce the damage done. I can't.
You
actually
almost
hit him.
Intervene. It's like that. So.
Correct. Like I said, I put myself in harm's way and like take a little bit of the impact damage, but you still took the damage.
So as the bear comes in, he swipes and he's sort of swiping at you, and he's managing to get over the top of the shield, and he's clawing at your back, clawing at your sort of neck and your arms. But at this point, as he goes to do his sort of fatal blow, Lorne just sort of punches him in the face, and he just sort of mishits you.
Right. So I only take 3 on the second one.
You only take 3 on the second one.
Good.
Take 8 on the first, 3 on the second.
Oh my god.
I have 16 hit points, so that would have just zeroed me out right in there. So,
Leoric.
Don't worry.
Over to you, Leoric. The bear is rolling nat 20s today.
I'll remind you later.
Yeah,
to survive.
Yeah.
I'm going to. All right. Reach my little out of the pocket. Pull out mistletoe. Wave it around. And with it, I'm casting Goodberry. And then I'm going to keep separate 2 of them out. Keep 2 of them in case I need them. And actually, no, 3 of them. I'm going to separate 3 of them out. Eat together 7.
Okay. So you gain 7 points of health.
Alright. And then I'm going to move in towards Brown and take up a position behind Corvan here.
Okay. End of turn?
Yep.
Lorne. Shit. I just thought something. Doesn't matter. You got a broken arm, Lorne, haven't you? So from now on, you were supposed to do a disadvantage on that last one, but on that 18. But from now on, obviously, you got disadvantage on strikes. It's your turn.
Oh, I didn't.
That was mine.
But it was a reaction, wasn't it?
It was a reaction, and it doesn't require a hit.
Okay.
On mine, it doesn't a roll.
You still have to roll. Okay, you still have to roll to hit, don't you? You would swing your arm.
If I went to attack it, yeah.
Okay.
You have the ability.
You are rolling to hit the beast, aren't you? So
hold on, Mike. Hold on. No, I'm not. That's the thing. I don't. Are you talking about the reaction that I just used?
No. When it came into. Oh, hang on. You hit the. Sorry, 2 seconds. You
never
hit
attacked it.
Did you not?
Never attacked it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, I thought you did. That's my brain. Sorry.
Hey, DM, I know you're spinning a lot of plates, but with a broken arm, I'm not doing a whole lot of attacking.
No, that's fine.
I'm helping keep the dwarf alive.
My brain said do this. You didn't do that, but my brain still said you did it.
I know. It seems reasonable.
I do
think
apologize.
So, what I'm doing is my standard action is going to be dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am going to. I'm going to put myself in harm's way once again. So the idea here is I'm readying the action to try to reduce.
Okay, so you're just going to stay where you are.
Yeah, like I'm in a defensive stance and I'm dodging around, you know?
Yeah.
But the big thing here is I'm protecting Cobbler. And not only Cobbler, but if Corvin's within range, I can react to that also.
Okay. Roll me a d20 just so I can see how the bear reacts, please.
Be that, sir.
So you being stood there and sort of trying to get in his way and trying to sort of defend him. Is the bear attracted to you? 10 and above, it would come at you.
How about that natural 2?
Yep. Okay. Corvin.
And fucking 2. It's the only time it came in. Only time it came in handy, right there, the whole campaign.
Okay. I am going to move around here so I get a good shot. You wouldn't happen to be using flanking rules, would you?
Not in 2024, we're not.
Sweet Jesus Christ.
It's not
Now
2024,
we're using
it's-
the rule book. I'm just kidding.
You can't have sneak attack and flankings.
Oh, there's no sneak attack.
There
It's
is.
just advantage, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire another arrow at him.
Sure. Let loose.
That is gonna be
Hits.
a 12.
Hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
Hits
Hits him straight in the back.
Jesus Christ. All right, so that's gonna be 3 points of damage from my arrow, and there we go. 5 points of damage from Hunter's Mark.
8 points of damage. The arrow goes straight in between his shoulder blades with the bear's back turned to you and him striking at Cobbler. It just goes straight in, right almost by his spine. The noise that comes out of the back of the bear is sort of blood-curdling. A huge scream, and it sort of falls back to his feet again. It's ready to go. Cobbler.
I'm gonna yell at it too, like when it hits, like "Come get me!"
Okay. Roll a d20, please.
Oh,
10 or above is going to come at you. This is a very instinctual animal. I can't really tactic
that's
it. It's
10
just,
exactly.
then it's he's now got his attention on you. He's just sort of turns his head and it's over to Cobbler.
Right. I'm gonna shake my head to try to shake that off, and bonus action use my second wind to try to stay alive here.
Beautiful.
Recover 12 hit points.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna attack him. Try to strike him in the same spot that I hit him before with the other sword. Draw and strike.
12 hits.
No, that was my
Oh,
heal.
sorry. I was looking at my phone. I was looking at chat, sorry.
And since I hit him with a short sword, he is vexed, so I have advantage on this hit. Yes, good thing, because the other one's a natural 1, so 22.
Nat ones tonight, insane.
Although, maybe the one was the other die, so who knows. 5 damage.
What is the last thing that this bear sees?
Oh,
Its head is turned over towards Corvin with his distraction stuff, and he's starting to turn, and that opens up his flank, so it lets me slide the blade just in behind the shoulder blade and catch the vitals in the lungs.
Oh. Bear drops to the floor at it like a huge hulking beast. You have vanquished your foe, and he is blood everywhere. Huge, snarling bear. Deceased.
Let's gut it, field dress it, crawl inside it like a tauntaun. Get a rest.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
It is still hissing down my brain.
I'm gonna go over and start trying to coax her out of the tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check on Leoric.
It's okay.
He took a really bad hit, if I remember right.
Lauren will immediately go back to check on the boy and to tell him that the danger is gone.
Saria, seeing Corvin, immediately comes down. She sort of has a bit of a bond with him now, and she's down the tree and she's in his arms.
And I'm gonna lead her over. I also want to go over to Leoric.
That's the wrong one. Shit. So as you get back around the campfire, well, the old camp that you attempted to make, Edwin is just sort of nuzzled up in the corner underneath the sort of makeshift shelter that you made.
Yeah, whenever I went back there, I just signed to him that his sister was safe, the danger is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give the kid a warm fuzzy or anything. It was just sign language, silent, turned back around, and stood kind of guard, if you will. You know?
We get it, you mean.
Come with me if you want to live.
We get it, you mean. I need... Sorry. Go on.
I was going to say, as Cobbler said he was walking back towards me, I said, I'm okay. I was able to catch my breath there. And I say, follow me. I got another crazy idea. Corvan, take care of the girl by all means. I asked Cobbler to come with me. And I'm looking at the ground at the tracks of the bear. The bear charged me, so I know which direction it came from. I'm going to go with that bait, and I want to see if I can find the tracks of the bear and see if I can backtrack the tracks to see if I can see possibly a cave it's in where it came from.
Okay, it is the middle of the night, and it's lashing down with rain. So you're going to have to roll 17 plus on a survival to get this.
If he tells me what we're doing, can I take a crack at trying to do it?
You can help him, or you can look. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and look myself.
I want to take extra time, I'm looking around for the tracks and everything. And as I'm doing it, I want to I'll call him up and put my hands on the shoulder of Cobbler, and I say, hey, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue on that's important. And then I put it on him, and with that, I'm casting guidance on Cobbler's roll.
Okay. So he rolled a 10.
Yeah, wouldn't be enough to help.
So he wouldn't be able to help.
I kind of, as we look around, I'm like, you do realize maybe he's got a roommate, right? Maybe we don't want to go into that bear cave in the middle of the night after getting mauled.
Yeah, but I don't want the angry mate to come out looking for us when they find out they may have heard this noise too. I'd rather at least know about it. And if there isn't one, maybe we have a better shelter.
I'd rather fight an angry bear in the open than in a cave.
I don't know.
So with a 10 and the 13, you look around, but the ground is all torn up. There is bear just the place has just been ruined from where the bear's been running the tree. It's all discombobulated. It's 12 o'clock at night, and it's raining. You can't see any tracks.
Yeah. Where'd that bear get you anyway? That looked like he really hit you hard.
Yeah, it got me across the chest here. Oh, we're gonna roll for that.
On that note,
that opening. Yep.
Thank you, sir. Can you both roll me a D12, please? Cobbler and Leoric. You both got crits.
Why they're rolling that, man? You know why they didn't get advantage on that last tracking bit? It's because they didn't look for picnic baskets.
Oh.
Cobbler, you got a bad cut on your arm. You have -1 to all strength-based attacks and checks.
All right.
Sure, now I roll the high die.
You have a swollen eye, and you have -2 to perception and range rolls.
Yeah, again. Like the last time.
You got huge eyes or something, Leoric. I don't know what it is. just really doe eyes. Just the bears love them.
Look, that's gonna suck for a few days. If it starts to throb or anything like that, where it's getting really bad pressure, let me know, and I can try to relieve that. Otherwise, the next time we get to make a good hot fire, I'll make you a compress, and hopefully that'll pull it down.
I kind of look at it. Yeah, okay, but I'm not looking at him. I think I'm looking at him, but I'm actually looking over here because I can't really see him. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever you say.
Cut it, Mickey. Cut it.
Mick.
I'm gonna look at Saria and I'm gonna ask her, what were you doing out in the woods away from camp?
She just looks up at you, and she's got this sort of child scared look in her eyes, and she just goes, I can't leave my brother.
I know.
The young man told me that I would have to leave my brother.
We haven't come to that yet, and I hope it doesn't come to that. We need to get fed and dry and get some rest. We have time to talk about these things. We will figure out a way, okay? I don't want you to worry about that. And running away from your brother in the woods isn't going to help, is it?
The storm scared me.
I know. It's okay. Do you remember the other one like me? The quiet one? And I kind of point to my ears.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching your brother right now. I need you to go back and make sure your brother's okay and help him take care of your brother. Can you do that for me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back soon, okay?
She skirts off, sort of following the direction of Lorne.
I'm going to butcher as much of that fucking bear as I can.
Butcher it! Okay, roll me a survival on that one, please.
19.
Nice.
Not fucking time.
Sweet
like the bear meat.
Yeah.
D12, please, sir.
You got it.
Natural
bear
one.
Meat. Bear meat. I'm taking let's get.
You will get a minimum of 4 steaks. I'll just say that.
I'm taking teeth too.
You've got 10 portions of bear meat. Bear meat. And can you roll me a D4, please?
Yeah, I got a tooth.
You managed to get one huge fang on one side, one carnivore. What's Cobbler and Leoric doing?
After you address this, I also would like to try and skin as much of it as I can. But we can do that later.
No, that's fine. Let's go with the skinning then. So if you want to skin it,
okay.
In the dark with rain, you're gonna have to roll 16 plus to at least even attempt to skin it.
On survival or on like sleight of hand? On survival.
Let's do sleight of hand actually. Let's do a sleight of hand. 16 on sleight of hand. See if you can even attempt to skin it.
Nope.
As you go to skin this beast, you realize that your rusty old sword just isn't up to the task.
Yeah. All right. I may want to try that again in the morning. But
absolutely.
Cross that bridge if we get there.
Cobbler and Leoric?
Once we give up on tracking the bear, I'm just going to head back to camp to get everybody settled back in so we can try to ride out the night, I think.
Okay.
And I try to follow Cobbler headed on back, but it's been raining, real muddy down, whatever. I can't see. I'm going to choose to fail my perception check, and every now and then I may slip on the mud or trip over a log or whatever. So by the time I get back to camp, I'm just covered in mud.
Okay, so you gain a hygiene point.
Hygiene is like golf.
You lose a hygiene point. Sorry, you're down to 2.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Sorry. I was like, you gain, you just got clean. No, you've just lost the hygiene point. Fine. As you get back to the camp, the rain has washed any sign of the fire away. There's a few twigs in the center, but it's almost puddling in the middle, where the fire had actually burned a bit of a dent in the ground. Now it's just, it's a slop there. Your makeshift shelter is still up, but providing little to no cover from the rain. The best hope for shelter is under trees. And you're midnight, so you've got sort of 4 or 5 hours.
When I get back to camp with all my bear meat, and I'm kind of packing it in my pack. I mean, it's kind of all that bag is for now is for just loose bloody meat. It's not. We're gonna have to clean that bag eventually.
That meat has like a 4-day life. So
it's just got like a crust of old dried deer blood, and there's like a little like rag of deer hide.
That's a
in
manky
there,
bag.
and then because we haven't tanned it yet, and then I'm stuffing just soggy bear meat into it. But when I get back after having finished that, I'm gonna unbuckle my short sword, and I'm going to go over to Lorne and offer it to him. I know you gave yours up, but I would feel a lot better if you had a blade in your hand.
Well, Lorne looks at you and gives you a curt nod, says, I agree.
I know you've only got the one at the moment, but...
Yeah, he gladly takes it as long as I have like a rope belt or something.
Yeah, I'll help you buckle it on.
Yeah. It's gonna be that or strap it to my forearm and hope to God it stays there.
You just duct tape it to your broken arm like a splint,
right,
so you can...
Right, dude. No, hey, I real quick, DM, I don't want to have to roll this back on you, but like the child showed back up before the rest of the party, right?
Yes, yeah. She would have turned up before the others.
So when she rolls back into the camp area and the fire's not going and it's raining and I'm standing in the rain on guard, as she approaches, she knows where her brother is. So as she approaches, I put my hand out, like as to stop her. Like I put my hand out, like by her neck, like collarbone, and I just look down at her, and I say, "Would your brother have left you?" And then I move my hand.
Roll an intimidation check, please.
Gonna be the one time I'm gonna get a real roll. It keeps telling me I disconnected, man.
So weird.
I'm really upset with this right now. One moment.
In the meantime, Cobbler, one of your short swords would be ruined.
Yep. Deleted it out of my inventory. So
you still have it, or you can throw it, whatever you want to do.
Hey, cool.
It's broken currently.
Did that roll come through?
Did.
Yeah, she's looking at you, and she's
like, "What you gonna do?"
She just pays you no attention.
Yeah,
and just goes over to her brother.
Would mending be helpful for that sword at all?
Yes, you would have to roll for it.
Oh, I mean the cantrip mending.
Yes. Yeah. So if you cast mending on it, I will. Actually, yeah. Go on if you want to.
Okay. You still have the sword?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let me take a look at that real quick.
It's kind of borked.
Well, let me see if I can do something about that.
Roll me a d20 once you've.
I'm gonna cast mending on it.
How does that look?
So as I'm kind of inspecting the sword, I'm gonna kind of take my hand and just sort of not touching the blade, just sort of run it over the blade, and it's gonna it'll trace out sort of this faint sort of crimson glow, almost like it's in like dim firelight.
Mm.
And then I'm just gonna go and kind of breathe along the blade and blow that off, and then hopefully there's a slightly more repaired blade underneath.
If you roll 12 or above, there will be. Please roll d20.
Suck it.
The sword
Suck it.
sort of appears to go back together again. Like, it wasn't broken, it wasn't sheared in half, but there was cracks, and it was starting to sort of show large signs of wear from the chips on the edges, and how the rust was starting to integrate into the sort of handle and blade. Where you cast Mending on it, it actually retrieves 1 point of damage, so it is back up to a 1 short sword.
And I'm gonna kind of, with the handle, like flip it around and catch the blade, and then offer the back to you hilt first.
I take it back after having watched him do that and kind of look at it, and I look at him and go, I appreciate this, but there is a tiny piece of my soul that cries at the thought of it being repaired like that and not in the actual fashion that it should be.
It's better than nothing. I understand.
So the way that we
might not get along, but I appreciate craftsmanship as much as any dwarf.
I can believe that.
The way that we were roll mending, if you try to do cantrip, the DC
totally.
would just go up. So you can try, but it would just be, eventually it would be like nat 20s to do any points to it.
Right.
I will come up with a chart for it. I love a chart.
What you're saying is I can do that again.
If you want to.
I can do that again.
Would you mind doing the other one? Because that one kind of hit the shoulder bone, and I'm afraid I might have bent it. Because that one was down to 2 remaining. Could you?
I'll do the same thing. Oh, that's just a 10 though.
Yeah. As you cast the magic on it, nothing happens. Unfortunately, it doesn't repair. You were DC 12.
Doesn't always work the way I want it to, but I can try again later if you want.
For the next 16 hours, Corvin tries to repair the sword.
No, that's going to be a whole session. Everybody's like, fix our gear, Corvin. And I'm like, I'll do my best. Getting kind of winded.
That's why I hadn't even asked, because I was like, that feels so much like cheating in this thing that we agreed we were going to try to survive through. And then we're just like, well, yes, but I have this cantrip.
So what I will do is I will generate a chart that basically, it's almost like you get fatigue in magic. So if you try to do cantrip one after the other, it just, the DC goes up by 2 each time. And there'll be a starting point of 12 or something,
I really like that, because it doesn't keep us from doing the thing.
No, you can still do it. It just makes it harder.
It grounds the thing, and I'm always a fan of that.
Spamming it doesn't just insta-fix it.
And if you repeatedly do something, you get fatigued at doing it. So it's...
Right.
That's what it'd be like.
So what you're saying is I can do it again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yes, you can.
So
and a bear runs into camp. roll for initiative.
The bear's father rolls into camp.
Right.
It's a multi-bear.
Are you going to try and rest until morning? Is someone going to stand watch? What's happening in camp right now?
I'm going to just sit off to the side and kind of try and keep the kids as dry as I can by getting wet myself, and the 3 of us rest, hopefully.
And you said we've got 4 hours?
4 hours. It's going to be a struggle to sleep, so I'll ask you to roll with advantage, whoever rolls, because there'll be more than one of you awake, so it's, your watch is going to be pretty...
I want to get off this muddy ground and terrains created and whatever. I'm going to find a tree, maybe a branch a thick branch I can climb up a tree. I can try to climb a tree and just basically spend the rest of the night laying on a branch in a tree.
Can you roll me an acrobatics, please? 12 or below, you can't get up.
You said athletics?
Athletics, please.
that one eye that goes northeast misses the branch. Right?
There's like 4 branches that he
Yeah.
sees.
25.
Sure. Now I get
Jesus.
that.
Damn!
Leoric walks up to the tree, nat 20, and he's like a monkey. So gets up there, and he actually finds himself it's not pine, it's like a maple tree, and the big span of the leaves overlap each other, and it's a really good spot. Only room for one.
I needed that
So-
on that animal check.
So, Lauren, unless somebody, is somebody else going to go on watch?
Go ahead
Okay.
and stay up, since y'all only really need a short amount of time to really get your stuff back. So y'all go ahead. A few hours isn't gonna do me any good anyway. I'll be fine.
So I will try to get rest.
Cobbler, can you roll me a d20, please, sir?
Find out. Da, da, da.
The storm continues. The rain it is a torrential downpour. The only person that managed to get a short rest is Leoric, due to his little magical tree position. Oh my god.
I get a little bit of shelter from the rain.
Sorry, I'm having some internet issues. I think we're back.
Yep,
Right, cool.
seems like it.
So Leoric manages to get a short rest. The rest of you are soaking wet. And within that one, everyone apart from Leoric gains a fatigue point. This means that now you have half movement due to fatigue. The morning is grim. As the sun rises, there's no hope that the sun usually brings. It is still raining. The ground is sodden around you. Every one of you is soaking wet. Leoric climbs down from his tree. A happy smile on his face. How do you want to proceed?
We gotta move.
We do, but at the same time, if we come across a particular spot where we've got some real shelter and a real chance to actually recover a little, we'll actually make better time if we get some actual recovery out of it. Otherwise, we're just going to stagger our way down there.
I am going to, now that the light has come up, Cobbler, don't you have something like a small sharp knife?
I do.
Do you think I could borrow it for a moment?
I mean, did you get? Sure. Here. Yep. Here we go.
I'm gonna try and get us a pelt if I can. Now that I can see
Okay.
what I'm doing.
No,
I just
that's
wonder
fine.
if that knife's sharper than the one I have.
It probably is, but I don't know if it's very durable for cutting bear hide. That's pretty tough. And I had this for cutting on each other if we needed it. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll trust your judgment. If you think that hide will come in handy enough.
No, I hadn't thought about that. That's
That's
a
if
good
it wasn't for keeping the edge actually being the real usefulness of that knife, then
Right.
I would totally.
nope. That's for our survival more than us having something to. Yeah. All right.
Jens,
Yes, sir.
as I did successfully get a short rest, can I spend a hit dice to get hit points back?
Short rest, yes. Corvin, you're heading over to skin this bear?
I mean, I don't have anything to skin it with at this point. Because I gave Lauren my sword.
Oh, sorry.
And
I
was going to use that knife since it's sharper than that sword, but I'm willing to be swayed by logic.
Sometimes it makes sense. Not very
Sometimes.
Often.
Nope.
You want to move? Happy to move, get on the trail, back on the road.
Oh, actually, in talking with the bear, I know it has been like torrential rain all night long, but going back there, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, so to speak. The idea of a cave is very appealing right now. The idea of another bear is not. But how obvious are those tracks in the light of day now, leading in that direction?
So you've gone back to the attack area?
Cautiously so.
Cautiously so. It will be easier. I'll say if you roll a 11 or over for survival.
Okay. Oh yeah, 15.
So you can see that these tracks head deeper south into the woods. You can't see their direction. You have to travel further. Then there's no immediate cave in front of you.
Which is not the direction we want to go. So we should get back to the road.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the unmuting and then the correct.
I don't have any idea how far bears tend to range when they're hunting, so it could be 200 yards, it could be 2 miles.
Yeah. Depends. He was hungry.
Aren't we all?
We are, but that means he could be further than even that.
Let's go.
So, to the road.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick up Edwin and take Saria's hand and soldier on.
Corvin, I think you're the only one that hasn't rolled for travel yet.
Sure. What would you like me to roll?
D20, please, sir.
Another one.
D20.
A 1 would be lovely.
I would like to point out that I don't think anybody really appreciates just how quiet I've been with this character.
Oh, I have. I'm like, is he okay?
The struggle is real. Okay, like.
How about that?
18. Nice. As you head on down the muddy road, there are new rivers and flooded puddles, and the river has swollen. It's taken over part of the road, but you'll still manage to walk up it. You are all moving at half movement because you are fatigued. So, after a full day of travel, you come across Freefolk. And in the distance, you can see it is ablaze.
Well, we don't have to worry about a fire now.
Yeah.
I didn't really mean that. That was an out-of-game joke.
As you stand on the crescent of the hill, looking down towards Freefolk, the quaint, beautiful village that you once seen is ablaze and alight. You can hear no screaming, no crying, no battle, no battle going on inside, but it is burning. You are approximately 200 meters away from it.
Well, that's a thing.
Yeah.
There are no signs of life from what I can see.
Roll me a perception check, if you want. Or are you just stating that? There's no one down there.
No. I was just stating there's no one down there.
As far as I can tell.
I mean, if anybody, if there were civilians and just village folk fleeing from something like that, they'd have come running up this road.
Yeah.
And we saw nothing. So
Looking down at the town, you can see that there is a few spikes with what looks like heads on the outside of the town. You can see the blacksmith, the central hall, and all the surrounding farm buildings that you looked at you went in previously are all ablaze. It is around 5 p.m.
We have to keep going.
You have 2 days left.
There's nothing.
If we stay
There's
around
nothing
here,
we can do here. We're going to wind up just like them.
If we stay around here, we're going to get blamed for that.
Possible too.
We have to keep going. Find a place to bed down.
Okay. So are you looking for a camp spot? Are you moving on? Are you carrying on through the night?
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, Gobbler, what do you think?
I'm thinking if we skirt it a bit on the edges, we might find either an outbuilding from one of the farms, like maybe they've got a winter shelter where they keep livestock that isn't currently being used because it's not winter, a woodcutter's hut, something like that that's unoccupied but isn't close enough to the town to have gotten burned. But otherwise we might just find some spot that's a little better than the camp we had last night, at least.
What if we do this? One of us goes and looks, and the rest find some place to hide for right now.
Fucking Lauren just looks at Leoric whenever Corvin says that. He's the human, so I just look over to him, you know?
I can be quiet.
Leoric, we can't hear you properly.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
I was going to say, yeah, the human that trips over his own feet and is blind in one eye and can't see out the other. Yeah, he'll go in.
I just, is there any argument for this?
But
there
no,
is.
I agree. At least I would. If nobody else wants to, I will definitely go ahead and go in, because not only would I do what Cover suggested, try and look, maybe there's one building or a shack or hell, an outhouse or whatever that isn't ablaze. I would also want to look for potential, maybe there's survivors or somebody trapped in a burning building or whatever. I'll look for that as well.
I don't want anybody to be a hero. That's not why I'm saying this. I think Cobbler made a good point, and we need some place to rest.
He makes a good point. I can understand where he's coming from. Corvin, if you go down there and something happens, you are... How do I say this in the common? Preferred by the kids. By the children. You wouldn't say kids. Don't leave them.
Honestly, plus spreading out, let's say you go and it takes you 2 hours to find the damn thing, then it's going to take you another hour and a half to get back here, and by then it's so damn late when we get down there.
Fair.
So we might as well stay together, and then at some point we give up and we do the best we can if we haven't found anything by that time.
All right.
Then I recommend that we stay on the side of the village closest to the direction we need to go in.
Bingo.
So that's the southwest side. Southeast side, sorry. Sorry, southeast. My fucking east and west is all over the place. So you head on down.
To the right.
I know, man. It's so easy, but so hard.
Love you. You know what? If we're all going to go, then it's not even a begrudging thing. Like, Lauren will go. But the idea of, like, Corvin being probably the most trusted by the kids it'd be kind of shitty for him to leave, and then the girl would be all like, "Gotta go find Corvin," and
Damn it!
so we'd fight a fucking bear again.
You know what? I was having that train of thought, and I forgot who was DMing this. That's a good point.
Yeah, and you are, and like, obviously the children are a liability, and you seem to be like the intermediary.
Yeah. All right. Out of game. In game. I got you.
As you
Stay close, stay quiet. Let's go.
As you approach, you see the thick black smoke on the horizon and burning around the buildings. Smell of flesh, burning wood, and something acidic, almost like an oil, like a burnt sort of oil, sort of almost illustrating that there were accelerants used. This is not random. This was planned. As you walk down to the main entrance, you see 3 heads on spikes. You recognize 2 of them to be Goran, the blacksmith, and Maria, the hunter, as you walked into town. The 3rd is a elderly man. Maria has a fur sort of coat sort of wrapped around her, almost mocking the fact that she was a hunter, hanging from a sort of neck on the pike. Each of them has a D branded into their forehead. As you skirt further around the edges, you see the house of the herbalist woman. And you see a body on the floor in front of it. As you get closer, you notice that the words "No Free Elves" is painted in blood on the wall. Someone want to roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
You said D is in dog were branded?
D is in dog, as in donut.
Is that representative of anything we might know?
There's a region called Dreslin.
Yep.
Ooh.
Perception 14. So as you're looking back north into the town, you can see the blacksmith is burning. Yeah, old Mag's house. Not alight, but heavily sacked. Building next to it on fire. The old lady. There's a body led out the front next to the writing. You see a sort of stables on the edge of town, which hasn't been set alight. This is the way that you actually came in when you met the farmer. This is next to his plot of land.
If I could do it without putting myself in danger of burning, can I run in and check the old woman, the body, and make sure she's not still alive?
Absolutely. Roll me a medicine check, please.
Yeah. It's almost a 17.
Nine's not too bad. As you roll her over, she actually breathes and pants. And she says to you, They came with chains marked all the elf folk. Dreslin wants obedience, not hope. They took them. They even took the little ones. She clutches her chest, and you can see that she's been stabbed several times.
I'll do what I can. Hold on. Do you have anything in the house that would help?
She's sort of gone vacant.
She's just gone. Yeah. Okay. I will. Chest wound, you said?
Chest wound, stabbed. She's been stabbed in the chest twice.
Is there even a chance that it didn't hit something vital?
it's very apparent. It's very apparent that she's
point.
probably going to die. There's a lot of blood on the floor.
Got it.
She seems like mortally wounded at this point.
Yeah.
She grabs your hand and says, "Do not let them suffer the same fate. That child, she's the key. Or curse. I feel it." And she
Which child?
passes away in front of you.
And she's gone, of course. Bugger all. The car!
A sudden stillness sort of fills the air, and for a moment, as the wind picks up, embers flare around you, and you see a sort of silhouette of a small child in the smoke, and then it's gone.
Smaller than either of the ones we have with us.
Looks very similar to one of them.
Of course it does.
All right, we need to get a head count for our kids. Do we have 2 of them?
You have 2 children.
Okay. You know, it wasn't a kid, right? You know, that was a halfling assassin he's baiting us with.
Shokasugi.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I will scoop her up and bring her into her house and lay her out comfortably where she...
Roll me an athletics check, please.
Oh, -1.
Very good.
Hey.
So technically a 17.
You very gracefully pick her up and carry her inside the building and lay her down on a chair that you actually first spoke to her on. She had outside. The building next door is ablaze, and you can see that, you know, it's not long until this part of the building is going to be set afire as well.
Is there any obvious, like, at a quick glance around the interior of the house, I'm looking for, like, a bag of apples, loaves of bread, obvious, like a rucksack, kind of anything that would be helpful to grab on the fly out of here. I'm not going to go through drawers or anything.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. 10.
10. Hanging up on a hook, you see a satchel, and on it has a sort of symbol of the sort of moonlit grove with sort of a lost, sort of elven sort of look on it.
I'll grab that and sling that over my neck.
Inside,
Shoulder kind of thing.
inside you'll find 1 antitoxin, 2 healers kits, and a sealed herbal poultice, which gives a +1 to any single saving death roll.
Oh, wow.
Pays to check, old ladies.
Yeah.
So, whenever
the best
you had that perception check roll, did you want multiple rolls or just one person rolling?
Well, he's the only one there.
That's why I just didn't.
Cobbler's there by himself inside the town. You
Gotcha.
guys are sort of on the outside, and he's scurried in to sort of go and help.
All right, I'll stagger back out and run back to everybody over there. We've got to get further away from the flames. This thing's still spreading.
I know it's probably going to be frowned upon. I take the bearskin jacket.
It's not a jacket. It's a pelt. It's a.
Okay.
But it was on her. It's a wolf skin. It's a wolf skin.
Okay. So I take that pelt that they had on the hunter's spike.
Yep.
Take that pelt. It's bound to be useful in some capacity.
It was about to burn in the fire, so there's nothing sacrilegious about it.
The barn is still stable and not burning.
The barn is significantly away. It's about 50 meters away from any burning building. It's a very outcrop. It's got one side, like a back to it, and the sides are sort of fenced, open fencing. just like, and the front is open for like sheep and pigs and everything to be going inside. It's very much a sort of open stable that sheep or other creatures would be.
All right, and we had been in that barn before. That's where we slept, right?
No, that you slept in the back of the blacksmith's barn.
Oh, the blacksmith's
This
place,
is
okay.
when you entered town, Leoric met a farmer in the field, and this is right next to where that was.
All right. So I turned to the group. I'm assuming that we're all contemplating if that barn is going to be a safe place to rest up.
I say we start resting, and if it turns smoky or whatever in there, we just make sure we've got a way out in a hurry.
That branding, that's Imperial.
Well, it looks like they've already moved on. So maybe we're lucky enough that they're not going to come back this way. I'd be more worried to be at what was that shitty city we were just in?
Doesn't matter. Seems reasonable. Let's go check the barn. Like, Lauren doesn't even care that other city has a name.
Right.
He's just like, it doesn't matter. Let's look at the barn.
Let's go in cautious though, because somebody might be in there hiding and, shoot a crossbow at us or some damn thing.
Right. Yeah, actually, to that point, when you say that, I'm gonna shoulder my bow and get an arrow and kind of ready it.
I just look up Leoric.
And trying to keep the kids sort of in front of me, but I'm gonna kind of guide them so that we as a group create a little pocket that they're in the middle of.
I'll go first. Get to the doors. Make sure there's no one in there. Sound good?
As you walk around the front of the barn, it's all open, and you can see that there's hay stacked around that like sheep and other creatures would have led on. The ground is dry and is empty. There's no one in there. It's probably 10 meters long, 5 meters deep.
Loft?
No loft. Open cavity roof.
All right. Obviously, I don't see anything. Lauren doesn't see anything in there. So
No, you can. But it's very open. Your passive perception would notice if there was anything in there.
Yeah, I turn and give them the nod and make our way in. Now, I know you said it's an open, concept, but are there doors that can be shut?
No.
Okay.
It's like a through and through.
There's a back to it, so there's a cladded back wall, timber back wall. But the sides are very much just open fence paneling. It's a gable on either end. The roof is thatched, and there's 2 posts coming down on the front, but the front is entirely open, and there's 2 posts coming down. There is a resemblance of a rope that they would have put across to stop sort of sheep from exiting, but it literally was there to house animals at night, keep them slightly safe.
Sure.
I don't want to bring one too close to this building, but we do need a fire. And we do need to eat. So I'm going to try and find a safe place, and I'm going to go grab some firewood, because there's plenty of it right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the fire, we can handle getting the fire going.
I won't even make you roll for a fire. You are in a bonfire.
Well, I'm more concerned with making sure that it's close enough for us to use and far enough away that it's not going to set the goddamn barn on fire.
Right.
So, there's hay inside the fire, quite dry. The edges are sort of damp and wet, but the fields aren't open hay fields. It's not you're in sort of autumn, so there's not dry grass anywhere. So you could probably set up sort of 5 meters away from the front of the stable if you wanted to, or anywhere in that sort of vicinity, or you can go further. It's up to you.
Right. So I'm going to go about doing that, and then I'm going to cook up some bear meat for everybody.
How many are you cooking?
Oh God. Well, there's what, 5 of us now? 4 of us? No, wait, I can't count.
6 of you.
6 of us. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. My day started at 4 o'clock this morning. And I'm trying to count 2 fictional characters that aren't here, and not my DM. So yeah, I'd say a healthy piece of bear meat for each of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll leave me with 4.
Okay.
Nom 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 nom.
You all eat the delicious, warm bear meat, and despite seeing this creature attack you and wound you, and the hard day that you've gone about, it tastes delicious. And it fills your stomachs, and you are all now well fed.
As we're resting over that fire, I'm gonna take that ragged deer skin and kind of make some strips out of it and like dry it out and begin like twisting it into like a cord.
Okay.
That's not very long.
So is it one bear skin? One.
It's that ragged piece of deer skin from like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just turning it in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that big fucking bear fang, bear incisor, the mighty incisor, and I'm actually turning that into just like a little necklace.
Nice. Okay. Roll me a d4, please, sir.
D4. That is a 2.
So you managed to make 2 foot of sort of bear twine, as I'd call it. Not bear twine, deer twine.
Deer.
Yeah, like sinewy rope.
Yep. Yeah, it's just the idea of it's a little leather thing, and I'm gonna affix that bear tooth to it.
In doing that, the deer pelt is diminished.
Yeah, I figured. And once that's done, I'm gonna go over and get down, sit next to wherever Cobbler is, and hand that to him and be like, "You earned this." And then I'm gonna just get up and go sit with the kids, not say another word.
Do you think that wolf pelt that I obtained, if I cut a slit in it, I could make like a tunic out of it?
Yeah, sure. Roll me
a poncho.
A poncho-esque. Yeah. Roll me a sleight of hand. A 10. That's what I'm after.
It's a furry shawl.
Check out Lauren's new cardigan. Fall edition.
So
Nat 20 comes out with pants as well.
I look at the group and I say, I didn't mind and I don't mind giving up my tunic to the little ones. However, if one of you could cut a slit in this, maybe put it over my shoulders.
I'll help you with that.
Do you not have a short sword?
I'm doing my crafting.
You've got a short sword, haven't you?
Oh, I do.
Got the
I
one
have
hand,
that shit, but I got a broken fucking arm. So I'm not trying to do that shit, dude.
Come on.
So yeah, I mean, I will aid you by standing still or keeping straight up.
Yeah, kind of whatever you need.
But one of you roll.
Sleight of hand, whoever's doing it.
I'll do it.
Get some chalk and string out and start marking.
It's something, dude.
Right.
10, I'm after.
Oh, fuck. It's a 7.
Awesome.
Dude, these die rolls are just retarded today.
Is that
as you put the sword in to start cutting it out, you slip and you slice it, and it's now in sort of 2 halves.
All right. So maybe we could make pouches instead.
No. Here's what you do. And then he reaches up and he grabs it and he rotates it 90 degrees so it kind of goes across the back of the neck and then just hangs down like an open vest.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That or I don't know. Mend that back together and try again.
Absolutely.
I can. I certainly can.
I thought that only worked on swords.
Oh, just wait.
Man,
D20, please, and a 12 or higher.
3.
And I'm going to kind of like roll it back up. Same thing. And then just sort of like snap it back out whole.
Nice. Beautiful.
And there's going to be a little like red vapor that kind of comes off of it that was sort of like crimson.
Ew.
So you've
Okay.
carved
Not blood, magic.
Yeah. So seems like I have a rough fur tunic or something of that nature.
Yeah, they would have found the middle halfway through it,
Like a poncho.
cut a hole in it big enough for your head to go through it and slot it over.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you. Try to be nice and give the kids my shirt.
Try it again.
It'll just
Nope,
be part-
worse.
Because Jizzler will use it against me. He'd be like, you took your shirt off and now you're cold and
What was that roll for?
Nothing. I was just having fun.
Oh yeah, what was that roll for? Come on, I need to log it.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to cut that again to fit him, right?
no,
No,
you
it
did that
fits.
already
It
with
worked the first
13.
time.
No, then it really was for nothing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
But you've wasted one of your fatigue points. I'm only joking. I'm only tickling your pickle.
Okay. Jesus.
While he was
I'm
doing
scared.
Didn't know it was that kind of game. Yes, I did.
While they were busy doing
sorry.
that, I was gonna look around, and we're out here farmland. There's gotta be a well somewhere.
Well,
I want to go look at the well. Look down, see if there's
Roll me a perception check,
Meanwhile-
please, Lorik.
the mimic.
I'm aiming for the one in the middle.
There is.
Hold on. I'm putting my -2 in here.
Come on. Or there's nothing in the immediate vicinity of the town, the area, the barn that you're in. You know that there was one in the town, but it's in the center where the fire is.
Yeah, I just can't see it with only my one eye.
Oh, Popeye there. The night is starting to drop. It's about 7 p.m. now. Dusk is coming, and your light is starting to fade. You have the fire that Corvin has lit 5 meters in front of the stables, which is lighting up the inside of the stables nicely. Who's
Make a
sorry,
make
go
a straw fort for the kids and us to sleep in. Seriously, can we make a burrow in the straw?
Like a blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally.
Yep.
Can we burrow into a bale of straw or hay?
Yeah, sure. I that will be
Let us
easy
stay
if you don't have to
warm.
roll for that. That is a given. There is probably about a foot of straw on the ground, so you can bury into it and
Yeah.
sort of nuzzle down.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, who's on first watch?
I think Lorne stands up and takes off his cool wolf poncho and goes over and puts it on the boy and gives him the whole sign language bit of what was it, stealthy, sneaky like a wolf. And try to cover him up. The kids, try to get him all covered up and all that. And I look to the rest of the party and I say, I'll take the first watch. Who wants to be woke?
That's admirable. And I'm looking around at the group, and I look at Leoric, and I'm like, Tree Boy over there, though, is the only one of us that actually got any rest. So I'd appreciate it if he took first watch.
That sounds good to me that way. Yeah, I'll take first watch and. Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
What? Leoric, while you're on watch, hold on. I'm going to use one of our it's something to hold heat water in. Do we have anything? Does anybody have like a metal drinking cup or anything?
Well, you know, we're in a but we're in a stable or like a stable.
It's got to be a
trough or something.
Yeah.
I need something small.
Roll an investigation check, please.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to boil water or whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, it was a 20, and then it was a 2, and now it's a 1.
Oh, no.
With a 1, you cannot see anything in that in the vicinity that resembles a pail or a bucket or anything.
Cobbler's just like
lines.
walking through, kicking at the straw, and it's just like kicking up a cloud of chaff and everything. 'Cause he thinks it's probably under there somewhere.
I just want to point out in the game log that 6 d20s have been rolled, and I added it up, and it came out 6 d20s came out to 32.
There's
D&D, guys.
there's been 3 nat 1s, aren't there? 3 or 4 nat 1s tonight.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, neither do I. Let's carry on.
Okay, so first watch. Leoric, can I ask you to roll a d20 with a -2 on it, please? We'll just take 2 off. You don't go add on.
Oh, that's not that bad.
19, so 17. The night is the first watch goes past really quickly. Actually, the rain stops. It was only drizzling by the time you were lighting your fire, so the fire could light. But it's a clear night. Stars are out, and as you're sat there looking around, it's quite. Apart from the burning town behind you, in front of you, looking into the woods, it's quite tranquil. And the first watch goes by with no problems. Who's having the second watch?
I'll go over taking that. Knowing I need a good night's sleep myself. Go and wake up. Kind of. Hey, Corvin. Time. I'm falling asleep here. Better somebody else watch.
Lay with the kids.
All right, you got it.
And I'll get up and take my watch.
D20, my good sir. Nat 1, please.
Da da da
Shut
da
up, man,
da
that
da
one.
2.
Oh my god, dude.
I cannot fucking believe it.
Oh, I'm done.
I knew to wake
Done.
up somebody else. I knew
I
it.
don't want to be in this world anymore.
As you're sat looking over the woods as Leoric did before you, you can see the stars above. And as you're looking around, you fail to notice that a single spark has came off the fire and gone into the stables. One end of the stables has actually set alight. What do you want to do?
I would love to have advantage on bullshit for moving forward, but I mean,
Corbon's just sitting in the middle of it going, "This is fine."
I mean, I didn't notice it, right? So, but do I know? Like, am I noticing now that it's on
You
fire?
notice it when one end of the barn just starts to set on fire.
Okay, all right. Does it seem manageable? Like I could?
It's not engulfed. You haven't lost the barn yet. Let's put it that way.
Right, but does it seem like I can put it out, or it's just the best thing to do?
You can put out without anything to put out with.
Well,
warn us.
yeah, I'm gonna warn everybody up. Yeah, first thing is
Have I got anything in my pockets that can fix this?
I got fucking bear meat, you guys. I only have things that start fires, not.
So if I could be made aware, would Druidcraft? I tried to post it in the VTT. I don't know if it went through or not. It says I can manipulate fire up to like a campfire.
Yeah,
I could read the spell if you'd like.
Is it a spell or a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. So
fire play. You can light or snuff out a candle, torch, or a campfire.
I would say You delay the time in which you can do it, and it would delay the time in which the stable burns. So you've got longer to put out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So,
gonna wake everybody up, and then I'm just the only thing I got is I'm gonna start trying to piss on that fire.
Right?
What I got?
Right.
Roll me a Constitution check.
Constitution, like
Saving
throw
save,
or straight?
Save and throw.
Hey guys, I gotta go for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
I didn't have to go that bad. I'm trying to force it out.
You stood there.
I'm so dehydrated.
You've got fear. You haven't drunk in days. The fear.
Right.
People are watching you. You're a bit like, "Hi guys, I got performance anxiety."
Stage fright. Yeah, 100%. Look away. I can't go when you're looking. My lives depend on it. Look away.
It's
The
fucking
weak
game.
stream on a weak stream.
What are the rest of you doing?
Not that.
Sleeping. I'm sleeping.
Is it the straw or the structure that has caught fire?
So the straw is set fire on one end, but that has meant that the structure has started to burn.
Okay.
Back.
I don't have anything that can actually chop through said structure. I have one water skin, but I probably have not refilled that that was like refill it in the morning, drink all day, so it's probably empty at this point until we get back on the road and get to a water source.
Whenever you guys find a river or something, I assume that you fill up your
Yeah.
skins.
I'm gonna yell, "Get the kid up! He makes fucking rain!"
I was going to say that, but I
was
had to go
waiting for
AFK
it.
for a second.
Huh?
Leoric showers.
Oh. You go over and grab him by the collar and like shake him awake.
Leoric, cast Sprinkler.
Save us, you're our only hope.
Leave for 1 minute. Put Corbin in charge and try to burn us out. Whoa. Yeah. So I reached my pocket, pulled out my pocket sand, rub together. All right, Commander. Oh, let it rain. I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. And I go up, and all you see is like sparkles just coming out and kind of fizzling out. And I, oh man, I'm so tired. It ain't working no more. Out of game, I've already spent all my spell slots.
You're
Out of game, can we give Leoric, or I'm sorry, can we give Ron inspiration for quoting an Eddie Rabbit song?
Right? Right?
There's no inspiration in the hunger.
Can I get inspiration for knowing who Eddie Rabbit is?
He now has unlocked, he can multiclass into Bard because of that.
There you go.
That's a deep cut. Oh.
The end of the barn is starting to catch. It's spread up into the thatch of the roof.
All right, everybody out. Like I
Yeah.
tuck my gear away, and I'm like just grabbing bags, and I'm grabbing the kids, and
If it's in the roof, we're screwed. Let's get out of here.
Hey, I do want to grab a couple like a couple handfuls of the straw, so we have some kindling.
Sure, roll me
a couple like kindling bundles.
roll me a D4, sir.
Cobbler, when are we never screwed?
Just roll good dice.
Try.
You've got two bunches of straw in your backpack.
if I didn't know any better, I'd say the whole world is against us, guys.
Who says you know any better?
That's my point.
You head out into the night at 2 a.m., out into the field. You look behind you in your temporary home. Is a light and a blaze.
Well, lads, at least we
You
can say
only-
we're consistent.
You only achieved short rests, those that did sleep.
Oh.
It is the dead of night. You cannot see much around you apart from the burning village of Freefolk. It is providing some light to the area. It is starting to die down. Your barn is now alight. What do you want to do?
Find another tree to go sleep.
Yeah, the only other thing we could think of is just we got to try and change hotel rooms, guys. This one had ants in it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you head down to the tree line?
Mm-hmm.
Head down to the tree line and you find yourself a pine or a tree or any sort of bush to hide yourself under. Stick your backs against it and rest for the remainder of the night. Corvin, seeing you so graciously rolled the last long rest, can you just do this one, please? This last little bit of watch. D20.
Yeah, double or nothing.
Find my calm, happy place.
This is my happy place.
Doesn't suck.
17.
Take it.
Despite what's happened during the night and your travels, you all managed to get another short rest. Make a long rest, basically. Next to the tree, despite the confusion, despite what's happened, despite the upset in the middle, you do get a long rest. In all. And you all lose a fatigue point. Including Leoric. The dirtiest laugh ever.
Hey, Cobbler.
Thank God.
Sir.
Hold on, let me try this again. Hang on. Caught me trying to talk right after I took a drink.
Mm,
Hobbler, if you would.
I would.
Check my arm.
Which one?
The broken one.
Right. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
The one that has the extra 45-degree angle in it. That one.
It was reset. He reset it. It
I
is
know,
straight.
I'm talking shit.
It is
I'm talking
re-straight,
shit.
yeah.
But if you would check my arm and make sure there's no infection.
Medicine
It's
roll,
healing.
please.
It's
Medicine
healing
check.
properly. Thank you.
Oh, dog. All right.
Looking at the arm, you can tell that no infection has set, but there is a severe bruising around the elbow area.
I'll get an extra one of those. We're good.
Right. We've got to get better equipped for this sort of thing. If I had at least like a pan or a bucket or something that I could heat water in, I could treat you guys a lot better. And we could get the swelling down on these things. We could draw this stuff out. But until we do, we're kind of limited in what I can do.
Well, we've got a village to scavenge.
But the water clock's dripping.
All right. How long did it? It was less than a full day to get here, right? From her place.
So last time it was about a day. I think you've done it in good speed, I think, and you got there.
Which is about what we have.
You
left.
have 1 day left.
I think we have to be there by tomorrow.
One day more.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Make our best speed and steal her bucket.
I'm gonna kind of pull the adults to the side for a minute and let the kids just kind of sit off to the side. I'm sure they're watching us. No, you're here too. What are we gonna do about the boy? I want to keep my word to these kids.
We try and convince her. He would be handy to have around. I think she's just not thinking about it. And it would be nice to give them both a good home. Even if it is a bit sketch. But the whole freaking world is sketch, so...
Right.
If they stayed on the street, there was a damn good chance they were going to get separated anyway.
Right.
And he was going to get shanghaied and she was going to get worse. So...
Right.
You know, it's the hope that this is at least marginally a future.
I just don't see her being benevolent in any way.
Then we give the kids the option
Back-
to leave, and if she
back
tries
up
to make a
plan.
thing of it, we do our best.
Okay.
And we probably get witched.
Gentlemen, there will be
I'd be happy with-
negotiations.
I'd be happy with that if it came to it.
Like I said, I'm absolutely going to do my best sales pitch on it, but... Or anybody else that feels like they'd do a better sales pitch in this situation, but...
And I look at Leoric, and I don't disagree with what you said the other day. I only disagreed with how you said it. You are right.
I get that. I know I don't have the skills of the social skills.
You're a human. It's okay.
Touche. Oh, cobbler! Oh!
Exhibit
can you
A.
help me out here?
Sorry, what? What?
Oh, my eyes kind of tickling, it kind of itches. It actually kind of looks like a little bit better. It's like before I was seeing two of you. Now there's only one of you. It's blurry as all hell, or you just got better looking.
That's not possible. Bring your noodle over here. Bend down.
Maybe yeah. Cut it open, bleed it out or something.
I'm gonna put my hands like one on top of his head and one to the side there, and like really press into that with my thumbs.
Oh,
Beautiful. Roll me a medicine check,
Okay.
please.
Well, that's good. That means you still got nerves in there.
DC
Right.
10. His eyesight comes back.
Who's the doctor?
Oh, done a beautiful
cut
job.
it.
This is a
Cut it,
wound.
Mickey.
This is a wound and an injury that you have dealt a lot with your training in the military.
Oh, next time bite on a stick when I do that.
I can't tell you, it's bothering my tongue.
Yeah, that'll be all right. Just don't chew anything for the rest of the day so you don't bite it again.
Oh.
Is that how many fingers am I holding up? Not
One.
holding up any fingers.
Yes, not at all.
Roll a d4.
No.
I mean,
His hands are behind his back. We gotta go.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
We're not going to find another child.
Do we, Cobbler, do we take a couple brief moments to check the outskirts for a container for water? But it has to be quick if you're going to do it. We've got to go.
Let's put it this way: if this doesn't go well, it won't matter. So
Now that I can
Agreed.
see, and as we're leaving, I want to look around this table. There's hay here. Any tools whatsoever. Say a pitchfork, if nothing else.
roll me a perception check, but it's going to have to be a 15 plus because basically the place is on fire.
this place is on fire.
Freefolk
Lorik,
is on fire.
Hey!
Lorik, your eye looks a lot better. What are you doing? I'm gonna go into that burning barn.
As you're looking up
I got
towards,
fire in my eye.
as you're looking up towards the barn that was on fire, you're looking around the town. There's something glints just underneath some hay, and as you walk up and pull it out, it's a scythe, single-handed scythe.
Ooh,
Sickle?
a sickle?
A sickle.
Cool. Very good. Ooh, I like this. I grab it by all means.
Cool.
All right, let's go.
As you head into the forest with burning village of Freefolk behind you. You head deep on some of the trees and areas looks familiar. This is the way you came. You set off on travel. Who is in front? Who is going to roll me that d20? Who is leading this party?
Not Corvin.
Not Corvin.
I think that's going to be Lorne again.
Come on then, Lauren.
All right. You just want a raw 20, not a
It's
survival?
a dirty 20.
Raw.
Just send it to me. That's how I travel, baby.
Feel sick.
Cool.
Oh God, no!
Fucking cool.
What the hell is going on today?
You know what? We'll just go ahead and drop this right now. WotC's fucked us a couple different ways. They might as well,
This game
get
cheats,
us with their digidice too.
right?
I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
these weighted. Is the algorithm weighted too?
Fucking dice.
That laugh said you know more than we do.
Oh man.
As you head into the woods, again comes the ever raining downpour. The wind is blowing, the trees are swaying, and you manage to lose your way for about half a day. As it becomes night, you still have not found the cabin. But you have the sense that you are nearby. What do you want to do?
Get out of this rainforest.
We got to keep looking. I mean, we have to get there. This isn't we'll figure it out in the morning kind of thing. We got to go.
Right.
I want to look for any animals, squirrels, birds, any animal.
No.
I want to look for the river that is right next to the brook that is right next to her house.
Nature check, please.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we're all wanting to pitch in and contribute to this somehow.
Yeah.
Or we're just going to let Corvin roll the 19.
I'll do Corvin's 19 first. So, Corvin, with your elf ears, you jump up onto a stump and you manage to hear the trickling of a brook. And you
That
see
way.
in a direction. It's that way is a brook. Fucking
Onward,
natural
Buttercup.
2. I can't believe you natural fucking 2 that.
Onward, Buttercup.
Fuckery afoot.
That's exactly it, man. You guys are catching on.
You follow.
So,
Sorry, go on.
no, you.
No.
Look,
Please.
man,
Please, the
we
floor is
rolled
yours.
okay. Good job, Corvin. Carry on.
Doctor.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, guys.
Oh, awesome.
You follow the brook for around 2 hours, eventually coming to Gwendir's cabin. It is pitch black. It is 11:30 at night. You can see the brook in front of her house. There's a flicker of light inside. What do you want to do?
I'm going to get
What I
my
want
bow
to
ready.
do and what I can do is two totally different things.
I mean, let's face it, she knows we're out here.
Yeah.
I said
So
we
we
burn
should-
it. I said we burn that hut down.
No, this is where the kids are gonna live now, so be nice. I'm just gonna
We
stride
should-
right up to the door and knock.
The door slowly opens, but not allowing you in. There in front of you is the menacing visage of Gwendir. Her eyes bright green, her hair soaked and matted and braided, and she's just staring at you. Her jaw is almost elongated on either side. You've done well. And she looks around. She is beautiful.
So full of promise. You've no idea what you've set in motion.
That's true. Yeah. It's a fair assessment.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Lorne steps in front of the young girl to block the hag's line of sight to her.
She just eyeballs you.
Come to me, little one. Gwendir is here.
She sort of creaks her arms open, her big long fingers.
I'm going to put my hand on Saria's shoulder and just kind of pull her back a moment. And look at Gwendir and like, there's the matter of the boy. They will not be separated. They cannot be separated.
As I said before, I did not want the boy. You have failed that part of the task. But
I understand. They will not be separated.
I am sure.
You'll have an easier time with you with her brother present. Please.
I am sure I will. Come,
He's a
little
quiet lad.
ones. Come to Gwendir.
And she just moves Lorne. She does this and just moves Lorne. Lorne just goes like sort of like skids along the floor. The children start to walk forward and they sort of look back and look at Lorne. And
Look at me.
No, look at Corvin, sorry.
Okay. I was like,
Wrong damn elf.
They all look alike.
What do you mean, you people?
I was gonna say it.
The two children walk inside the hut.
Nah.
And she holds them, and she's got her big, long, clawy hands over Saria's head. And she sort of looks up.
Innocence is such a delicate thing, don't you think, Corvin? Easily broken, easily shaped. You brought me the clay. Now watch as I mold it.
No.
She will be more than you comprehend. A vessel, a queen of endings. And when the time comes, she will remember who placed her into my hands.
The door slams shut. All of a sudden, the house sets aflame. Green, unnatural flames are pouring out the top of this building. It goes on for about 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, the building just collapses under the weight of itself. Gwendir and the girl and Edwin are not inside.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk over towards the riverbank and just fuming, absolutely fuming. Just fuck. Kind of kick the ground a little bit and just sort of sit down.
Start digging through the shit.
Roll me a investigation check, please. $17. So as you're pulling all the bits of timber and ash, it's all ash. It's like bits of timber, but like it's burned insanely quick. Like this isn't a natural burn. The ruin is just it is decimated. There's nothing left inside. Sorry, let something come up. And among the ashes, you recover a half-charred wooden toy. Carved into it is a crude symbol of an eye within a flame. As you pick it up, you feel the faint heartbeat of the girl and the distant giggle in the distance of her voice.
I take the remains of the broken toy,
Okay.
and I walk over to the edge of the water. I hand it to Corvin. I look at Cobbler and Leoric, and I say, I'm going to find this woman. I'm going to kill her.
When you hand that to Corvin, he's kind of got his head down and he's going to look up at you. His body's not moving. His muscles aren't moving. His no expression on his face, but he's just tears streaming down his face. And he takes that little doll from you and looks up at you and just nods his head.
And that
To Leoric and Cobbler, are you in?
This feels like one of them stories where you get the people at the beginning that kick it into motion, and either they then change into the main protagonists that go through the rest of it to find it again at the end, and you come full circle, or you never actually learn their names because they're kind of irrelevant. I'm willing to try to become the first one, but I got a feeling we're going to end up being the second.
I get what little bit of shit I have. I mean, with just nothing. You know what I mean? Like, nothing. I'm going to find her, and I'm going to kill the hag.
as the embers of the building burn behind you, the trickle of the brook passes by, and all four of you look into the night, wondering where to go next. That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I saw it. I heard
Oh,
you
that was
try
a good game.
I heard you try to cut it 30 seconds ago, and I'm like, nope. Good shit, Gensler. Thank
That
you
was
for
a
running.
very good game. Yeah, thank you.
And you
Thanks,
know
guys.
what?
No, you guys done great.
I know I always have a Doogie Howser moment, and I'm going to again, man. I love playing with this group. Like, we all
Yeah,
understand
very
that
good.
spirit of the game, man. We just do.
It's a
And
great table.
I agree completely. I
yeah,
love you guys all.
dude, the fucking playing with Ron kills me.
I guess I had to give you a new, fresh look. A new, fresh face. Something you haven't
All right.
seen in a while.
All right, gang. I look forward to the next session. Yeah, I don't know what else do we need to cover there. In
Nothing,
closing?
really. Thanks for everybody coming by. I must admit, this is probably one of my best and favorite sessions of D&D I've had. I absolutely enjoyed it. Everyone was riffing off each other. It was phenomenal. Really good going, guys. Yeah, we're back in 2 weeks' time for the episode 5. Let's see where this baby goes. That was the tutorial.
What
by
the
way.
hell do we do now?
That was the tutorial.
Oh, God.
Yes.
You
Now
passed
we
the
leave the-
tutorial.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And Thursday we have Everlorn. Please come by and check us on our channel. The
Yeah,
wonderful
Everlorn's gonna be a lot
Mike
of
is
fun.
going to be running that one, and Jeff is joining in as well. So yeah, come on by and we'll see you then. And as always, may your rolls be forever in your favor.